You know, someday, we will have a stream that doesn't focus on Doctor Doom. Someday. But it is not this day. It is not this day. I can't help myself, man. I can't help myself. And honestly, like, you know, look, I didn't know this was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know we were going to get RDJ Doctor Doom. I had thought for a long time maybe we were going to get Doctor Doom. And honestly, it's like, what am I going to do if we get Doctor Doom, right? There's always a question. Was I going to stream all week just going over Doom shit, talking about Doctor Doom? I mean, I never planned it like that, but I mean, you know. And we do actually have some updates and some new information about Doom, Secret Wars, some crazy rumors. They're trying to get Tom Cruise as Iron Man once again, which is also like one of my favorite rumors, one of my favorite things that's ever, you know, come out for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, yeah, I'm excited. Dude, we're gonna look, chat. We're gonna do it again, one more time. Okay, we're going to get into it and we're gonna break down a bunch of the cool Doctor Doom shit. There's actually still some videos that I wanted to watch and some conversations that I think we could have as a community. In fact, I have in my notes 5 major questions about RDJ Doctor Doom and potential answers for them. So that's something I wanted to go over today as well. Now, we will be doing giveaways today. We're going to be doing giveaways kind of still based off of the list of the members and the gifted members and everything, just from all the support that we got last month. It was a crazy month of support, so I really appreciate it. We're going to do some giveaways, give away some of these Funkos. I've got a couple of packs of figures. Check this out. It's actually pretty cool. So I've got this 2-pack. Wolverine, Spider-Man in their Fantastic Four or Future Foundation outfits. And then I've got this dope Red Hulk. Dude, this Red Hulk's awesome. Okay. I got one for you guys. But I got one for me. And he's awesome. So we're gonna do one of those, and we're gonna give away a $200 GameStop gift card today. So a lot of fun giveaways. If you are a member, you're automatically entered to win. If you've been gifting members, you're automatically entered multiple times. Really appreciate the support, guys. So we'll do that later on in the stream. But anyway, before we get too crazy in here, how are you guys doing? How's the week treating you? Any questions, comments, concerns? Are you still living in this Doctor Doom dream with me? I still kind of can't fucking believe it, to be honest with you. Would you guys be mad if Tom Cruise did Iron Man clean shaven? Just don't remember seeing him with facial hair. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, we're going to get into... Dude, I want to talk about the Tom Cruise thing a lot because it's like it would be wild, right? Like, it's already crazy. RDJ is Doctor Doom. It's already crazy. It's already... kind of like too crazy almost. You know what I mean? I've spent $1,000 on medicine for my dog. What? Well, that sounds tough, man. Sorry about that, and sorry for the dog. There's new news. There are some new bits of information, some leakers and some scoopers still talking about it. Yeah, crazy stuff. So we're going to talk about the Iron Man thing, how that could work with Tom Cruise Iron Man versus an RDJ Doctor Doom. Another scooper has been talking about the actual, like, the plans for Battleworld and what Doom's motivation is going to be. So I want to kind of like theorize. I want to kind of just discuss this. Like, okay, so it seems like a lot of the Kang stuff is still in play. It'll probably just be transferred to the character of Doom, right? So, you know, we don't know for sure, but I tend to believe that Jeff Loveness and Michael Waldron will still get a writing credit on Doomsday. I mean, unless they're throwing out that whole thing and McFeely's just going to scratch, you know, from scratch on that. I don't think that's what they're going to do, especially because part of me believes that this plan for Doom was kind of like always in place. You know, that they were always going to kind of shift into Doctor Doom. Where's your Doctor Doom costume? Oh, I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. I don't have anything to report to you right now, but trust me. We're working on it, and I'm excited. D's Nut says, when do you think we will see Hyperion in the MCU? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, there were rumors for Loki Season 2, putting in some Squadron Supreme, maybe some Hyperion. I would love something like that. I don't know. I mean, you know, in many ways, the whole SDCC announcement and the RDJ thing, it really... I still think we're not really understanding the full impact of what that means. Because it likely means like a big drastic shift and a change. So we'll see, man. I expect we'll get even more kind of context, leaks, rumors, and stuff within the next couple of months. And yeah, we'll follow it, man. We'll follow it. I mean, I love the Squadron Supreme. I love Hyperion. Hyperion is also connected to... within the sort of Jason Aaron run of Avengers and a lot of crazy stuff they were cooking up around there with like Avengers Forever and stuff like that, Hyperion does play a role in one of those stories where there was a version of Heroes Reborn, which was an old school thing with Franklin Richards and like bringing all the heroes back that they killed when they brought like Jim Lee and Liefeld back over to Marvel. In the new version of that, there's just a universe where Hyperion rules the world. And he's kind of like a basic evil Superman kind of thing. But, yeah, it's super cool. Super cool. For some reason, I now crave Diet Coke as soon as Josh's stream starts. Oh, I don't know what that means, but cheers. Cheers if it's good for you. Just read Jonathan Hickman's Doom that starts with the MF Doom lyrics. It was epic. Oh, it's a great comic book. It is a great comic book, dude. Like, very fun. The art's incredible. The guy that Hickman... So apparently that artist, it was really kind of like his story. And they bring Hickman in to kind of like juice it up and just take it to the next level. And that guy's art is brilliant. What's the guy's name? I literally have the book right here. Sanford Green. I'm not super familiar with this guy, but a lot of people that I know say he's like legit and obviously incredible artwork within that comic. So, did you see Jonathan Major's comments on Doom? Yeah, I saw him. We've actually talked about that a little bit each and every day. I'm not gonna make like a video on it or like, you know, put a big focus on it or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, I totally understand it from his perspective for sure. I mean, it's probably sucks, dude, you know? And to be honest with you, he was kind of chill about it, even though he said he was heartbroken. If you really watch that clip, he wasn't really being a dick. I think he's, you know, trying to sort of navigate that whole situation, and yeah, it's fine. Any major hype for Space Marine 2? Yeah, Space Marine 2, I am excited about it. I've kind of gone on a roller coaster ride of emotions with that game. I think at the very least, it's going to be just a Warhammer fans, like a really fun game. We love good Warhammer games. And honestly, there have been many recently that I've played. So a fun action-y Warhammer game. I don't know. You know, the multiplayer stuff seems really interesting to me, and I want to play with like other friends. And if it's popular and enough people are playing, and like, you know, the queue times are low, and you can have a lot of fun online. Hell yeah, dude, that seems awesome. But there's also a part of me that's like, if you really, because I've kind of followed the development of it. This company has been sort of bought and sold a little bit behind the scenes. There's some worries there. They canceled a beta. A couple of their, you know, big high-profile shows where they would showcase stuff fell a little flat. Like, you know, it looks a little generic in some ways. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm at about like a 7 out of 10 on the hype, but definitely gonna play it. Josh, how is Doom gonna make his mark or intro? How will he do it? You know, that's a great question. That's a great question. I mean, I think it seems like his first appearance is going to be at the end of Fantastic Four, but it is going to be a post-credit scene that sets up stuff and that might not really connect with that movie at all. Post-credit scene, you're really talking... I mean, what's the longest post-credit scene we've ever had? Like 2 minutes? Maybe? It feels like the Shang-Chi one was actually fairly long. It's kind of an interesting question, right? How long are these post-credit scenes? I think like 2 minutes max, right? So it's basically like a little trailer. You know what I'm saying? Like a trailer for what they're going to do with Doom. Doom is going to remove the spine of King Thanos. I mean, that would be sick, dude. You kidding me? Of course. That'd be awesome. I just need Tom Cruise as his Iron Man and RDJ as Doom. Yeah, so that's the big question, right? Okay, so let's you know what? Let's just talk a little bit about Iron Man and Doctor Doom here, okay? So what's the reports? What are the new bits? Well, back in the day, during Multiverse of Madness, Marvel Studios was courting Tom Cruise. And they wanted Tom Cruise to play either a Tony Stark variant or, interestingly, an Obadiah Stane variant that was going to basically become Tony Stark in that universe. Which is kind of wild that they were cooking that crazy of a concept up, right? And I, of course, back then, famously, got really excited about Tom Cruise Iron Man. Okay, so let's just start there. How would you guys feel about Tom Cruise Iron Man? Because look, a couple of different things. You know, number one, it's Tom Cruise. I think he's just like, dude. I think Tom Cruise is an incredible actor, and especially when it comes to like action and stuff like that. I mean, my God, bro. Like yeah. I think Tom Cruise can cook. You know. But beyond that, it's also a little nostalgic because Tom Cruise was out for Iron Man originally. Marvel Studios really wanted to get Tom Cruise as Iron Man at one time, and it just didn't work out. And in fact, Tom Cruise has talked about this in interviews. Tom Cruise talks about how missing that or not doing it or them not wanting him ended up being great because they got Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. And he sort of spoke to how that's one of the best castings ever, and you know, you can't really replicate that. And like, dude, it's just magic what you get there, right? So there's like a nostalgic aspect to it as well. I think too, if we're just playing the game of like normies, which by the way, I think over the course of the week, I've really settled in to sort of understanding a little bit more of the RDJ Dr. Doom decision. As I've been saying in other streams and videos, like it's more for the normies, I think. And I think that it actually has worked for the normies. I think a lot of normies are conversing about this right now, interested in this. And even you might even say they're in it for RDJ Dr. Doom now. Like Marvel can kind of use RDJ Dr. Doom as an interesting thing to get normies to want to check it out. Like, I imagine, like, different interviews or stuff like that. And it feels, dude, it feels so fucking good. So good. Okay? Because, you know, one of the things we sort of talked about leading up to Deadpool and Wolverine was, like, it is so fun to have Hugh and Ryan and all of these guys, you know, just loving the movie, loving the fans, and it's great energy. The way they've been able to promote has been awesome. And I said, you know, in this lead up, dude, it reminded me of RDJ. The old lead up with RDJ was incredible. Like the Civil War stuff. Like, I'll never forget when they had that bit with the sprinkles, where Evans comes up and says, "Is that the last donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles?" And Tony's like, "Yep," and then takes a big bite of it. And he's like, "What did I say would happen if you ate the last donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles?" Like, it's just fun, man. They're able to kind of play with it, have fun, and it's really entertaining. So to have, you know, Robert back, even if he just gets on, like, I'm like just cutting a promo, like just going on Instagram and be like, "Hi, this is Robert Downey Jr. and I'm sure you're excited for the new Fantastic Four movie. But if you know, you want to see what my Doctor Doom is actually doing, stay for the end of the credits." And you know, that just something like that, like boom, hype, boom, excitement, boom, boom, you know. But anyway, I kind of say all of that to say, bring it back to Tom Cruise. If we're going for normies, we're going for normie power. I don't know if it gets better than Tom Cruise. I mean, Tom Cruise is one of the last great movie stars. Tom Cruise is a guy that a whole generation of people will be instantly more interested in a movie because he is in it. Now, the last Mission Impossible movie, that's kind of interesting, right? Just like some other incredible movies, it underperformed at the box office. And we're all like, I don't know about that, you know? By the way, total ADD inception distraction within a distraction. We watched The Fall Guy recently. Hey, any of you guys see Fall Guy? Chat? Dude, Fall Guy was good, man. We loved Fall Guy. I feel like they did not market that movie correctly at all. I feel like they saw the success of the Ken character in Barbie, and they were like, "Oh, let's lean in on the love story. Let's lean in on Ryan Gosling." Big mistake, dude. They should have sold that movie as like this super like cinematic, because it's a celebration of movie action. It's all about the stunt guy, and the stunt stuff is crazy. It's a celebration of movie magic and of movie action. They should have sold it like that instead of selling it like, "Oh, Ken's in a movie," or whatever the fuck they were trying to do. Anyway, my point is, Hollywood's been kind of rocky over the last couple of years, where even big movie stars or movies that you would think would work, like Dungeons and Dragons, which clearly should have made $1 billion, or Rogue Nation, or The Fall Guy. Yeah, it's just weird. So think about it. Think about it. Tom Cruise has been asked this question before. Okay? And if you know anything about Tom Cruise, he loves the movies. He loves Scientology, but we're going to move right past that. He loves entertaining people, and he loves the audience. He has an actual endearing respect and admiration for the audience. He's actually been asked before about coming into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and what he said was, if that's something the fans wanted, if that's something that audiences wanted and that they would be really excited about, I would be interested. That's his North Star for why he would do something. And I think, you know, it's interesting that they actually did have conversations with him. I know for sure that was a thing. Did I lose $500 because I thought he would somehow be in Multiverse Madness? Yes. Was there actual talks? Yes. Did they break down? Yes. But hot off of this RDJ news, hot off the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, which, make no mistake about it, Deadpool and Wolverine is so successful, it's changing things. You got Jamie Lee Curtis doing the naked walk of shame from Game of Thrones on social media, apologizing to all of us, including Kevin Feige, as he rings a bell behind her. You know, shame. Things are different now. Hey, Mr. JB, thanks for gifting 5, man. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. So, that's kind of where we're at, right? And according to My Time to Shine, they're reaching back out to Tom. I mean, like, dude, what the fuck is the budget going to be for these movies? Like, let's take a step back. I got to tell you, though, if I'm Disney at this point, and I don't know, why, and I don't know how we always get back to this point. It's like a Ouroboros. We can't escape it, man, But let's be real. Let's free up some budget for the next couple of Avengers movies. I think we need to cancel all the next Star Wars projects. Cancel everything. I mean, I want Ahsoka Season 2, but other than that, cancel it. Cancel the Rey movie. Cancel Mando Grogu. Cancel all the other movies. Cancel all the Star Wars shows. Give all of that budget to Marvel. And I would let Star Wars chill for like 5-10 years. Just put it on the back burner. Just put reruns of the original trilogy and the prequels on cable television for the next 5 to 10 years. Yeah, that's you know what that's called, chat? Do you know what that would be? Fiscal responsibility. That would be fiscal responsibility right there. So let's hope that it happens. But, even if it doesn't, my point is the budget for these movies, if they get Tom Cruise Iron Man, I mean, they're not going to pay Tom Cruise the RDJ money because RDJ has a unique contract. We spoke about this before, but he has a unique contract based on what happened with the first Iron Man movie. He got kind of lucky. When they renegotiated, he got a killer deal. It's one of a kind, bro. So they're not going to pay him RDJ money, but they are going to have to pay him $20 million per movie at least, I think. You know what I mean? And if they get him, I mean, maybe he's just in one of them, but that's $20 million a movie. You know what I mean? Josh will lose $500 on Coke and trash Multiverse of Madness, but not on a PS5. Smack my head. I mean, that's that's fair, but I'm also just going to ignore that and move right along. Appreciate you, John. Yo, when the Wolverine game comes out, I'll get the PS5, okay? Jeez. I'm all about the PC anyway. But okay, so that's where we're at, right? They've reached back out to Tom Cruise. And one has to wonder, is Cruise a little bit more interested this time than perhaps last time? Last time Tom Cruise is riding the wave of Top Gun Maverick. He probably thinks he's invincible, and he probably wanted a shit ton of money and a shit ton of control. Now, all of a sudden, a year later, he's looking at his Mission Impossible franchise. Okay? And he's like, that last one pretty much underperformed. Really got to hedge my bets on this next one. What's a good way to do that? Join the MCU. Yeah, that would 100% work. So is Tom more interested? Yeah, I think so. Does this mean, am I getting everything I want? Am I getting everything I want? Like, what the fuck is happening? Did we slip into my fanboy dream? Is that the timeline we're in right now? Are we in my fanboy dream, guys? Like, I'm asking. I'm just not sure. I mean, it feels good. Should I feel bad? Should I back off of the manifestation and the magic casting with my coven of nerds? Except you're getting Kang as well. Are we getting Kang? I mean, look, I'm not against getting a little bit of Kang just to kind of have Doom destroy him and, I'm not against that. That could be cool. Terrence Howard, yeah. So, okay, now let's talk about this from a character perspective. How could this work from a character perspective? Hey, what's up, man? Michael Real says, just tuned in. Is Josh given any more theories that he stole from other people? Unity, much love. What? Say what? RPK is adamant about Kang's returning. Is he really? Still? Is he really, though? I haven't really paid too much attention since Saturday to what Daniel's been saying. So, I mean, look, I would just tell you that even when he was saying that before, I didn't believe it. If anything, I thought it was Beyonder. Could it still be Beyonder? Sure. But again, you don't pay Robert Downey Jr. that amount of money to have him come in movie one, get shit on, and then Kang takes over. And also, like, at this point, guys, I doubt they're even going to do Beyonder as Kang. I know that seems crazy, but if you think about it, any acknowledgement of Kang just brings back all those questions and all of those things that they do not want to have. Like, I got to tell you, I think it's over. Like, Jover. Like, I don't think we're going to... Yeah, and by the way, that's true. That's true, Brooke. Beyonder Kang was a terrible idea. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, if they still do it, there's ways they could make it work that would be really cool. But it was a trash idea, bro. Like, imagine thinking, oh, we're going to bring in this character in Kang, right? And then realizing in order to make the story work with him, you have to steal the identity and powers of a completely separate, much cooler character. You know what I mean? And that's facts. Like, I'm sorry. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Yeah, I'd rather have the Beyonders as well. But I think it's going to come down to, I don't know. I could see them shifting away from Beyonder just completely and not having it deal with Beyonder, having it deal more with like Enigma Force and the Dark, and just take it to like a binary metaphysical level or something like that. Yeah. But anyway, let's focus on this Tom Cruise thing for a second. And then there's other stuff I want to get into here, okay? So, how could this work from a character perspective? Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, this would be an alternate version of Tony. Which, by the way, if they did this, guys, this is like really nerdy. I know it's really weird, okay? But technically, this makes the theory we went over yesterday even more plausible. Because what if Tom Cruise Iron Man is actual Tony Stark? Like the biological offspring of Howard Stark and Tony's mom. And we would then find out that RDJ Iron Man was actually a Victor Von Doom that was adopted by the Starks. Right? So what that would mean is like, you would set that up as a Tony, and that's just Tony. And he would be different, but I would be interested to see how Cruise would play Tony, because I think you still need him to be quippy. I still think you need a little bit of that, but I see Tom Cruise's Iron Man as a little bit more serious. You know what I mean? No, boo. Yeah, so look, there's mixed feelings on this. I totally get it. I'm merely pointing out that could actually work in the favor of the story. Okay? And it's like, you'd then have this Tony, and in 616, right, everybody reveres RDJ as Stark. Everybody's like, dude, this is the guy that saved us. This is our hero. And then you could have Tom Cruise Iron Man come in there and be like, well, your universe is fucked up because you guys were worshiping Dr. Doom. That's not me. That's not Tony. Something really fucked up your timeline. You guys are out here worshiping Dr. freaking Doom. You know what I mean? Oh, and another thing that I was thinking about. Yo, do you remember in Multiverse of Madness when that Stephen Strange variant says, and then I lost? And I believe he says to him. He might not say to him, actually, but I know he says he lost. And then the other, R. Steven's like, to who? Bro, that's got to be Doom. That's got to be Doom. Yeah, that dude lost to Doom. Which is setting up, I mean, just so much craziness. Yeah, that'd be wild. So, okay, so possibly you could do that with Tony. But either way, it's Tony, right? Could this be a Tony that comes from a harsher world? Yeah. Could be Tony from 838. You know what I mean? Absolutely. A superior Iron Man, that's still on the table. And that would be fun, right? Like a variant of Tony that's really, really crazy, really far gone. And then, I mean, the box office of, and just the selling and the pitching of RDJ Doctor Doom fighting against Tom Cruise Iron Man. I mean, that's just fucking epic, bro. Like, that is epic as shit, dude. That would be so cool. And then maybe you have, ultimately, that version of Iron Man realize that the only person that could stop Doctor Doom is the Doctor Doom Iron Man, who we all currently think is the 616 Iron Man. And so they have to bring back a variant of 616 Tony, the actual good version of Iron Man, to be able to fight against Doctor Doom. Could be juicy. Could be juicy. Justin Yell says, what if Stark bots and MOM are actually Doom bots? Yeah, it could absolutely be. That could be. Deadpool and Wolverine hit 700 million worldwide. Oh, yeah. It's going to probably hit 1 billion this weekend. I kind of want to see it again this weekend, too, man. It's such a crowd pleaser. It's such a fun movie. Yeah, so what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let's hang on this Tom Cruise thing for a little bit. Then I have 5 questions that I want to answer with you, chat, about RDJ Doctor Doom. Can't help myself. I can't help myself. Space Trick Serial says, if it's real Tony, it ruins the scene with RDJ and his dad. Well, it just means that's his adopted dad. It's still his dad. It just means that the son, Tony, that he was referring to was the biological Tony. I don't think it necessarily ruins it. I mean, it changes it, but retcons are part of the fun with comics. I mean, if you think about it, the retcon that Jake Gyllenhaal was in the room when Stark was announcing the barf technology, that's a retcon, but it doesn't ruin the scene. It just gives additional context, you know, sets up other stuff. Tim O'Brien with a 10 spot. Appreciate you, brother. Says, Josh, I said this in Discord last night. We are the Doom Vengers now, and you're the prime/anchor Doom leader. Doom Unity. Nerd Vengers for life. Take my currency. Thank God it's Friday. Much love, Josh Doom. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Are we the Doom Vengers now? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, Chad. I think we might be the Doom Vengers. Are we the Doom Vengers now? Josh, did you see my member chat? Let me check it out. Let me see. We've seen Howard in Endgame on his way to see Tony's birth brother. Makes 0 sense. Yeah, so here's how we make that make sense, okay? And I've explained it before, but, you know, it's chill. Howard Stark and... What's Howard's mom's name? Martha? I literally don't remember. Is it literally Martha? Wouldn't that be funny? So, Tony Stark's biological parents are pregnant. Okay? Then, there's a tragic miscarriage. The family is devastated. At the same time, they find a newborn baby born the same exact time, the same exact, you know, year, day, whatever, named Victor. But the parents tragically of that child die. So then the Starks adopt young Victor, name him Tony, and essentially carry on as though that was their child. God, I had like a sneeze and I got like something in my eye. By the way, we're just theory crafting here, you know? No need to get all crazy about it, you know? I think a lot of this stuff's super fun, but yeah. It's not Den of Nerds, only Doom, Josh Doom. Oh, hell yeah. That's not sense. Why he looks like Tony then. Yeah, calm down. Calm down, Hank. Calm down. He doesn't look like Tony. We just think he looks like Tony. He looks like Doom. Just calm down there, Hank. What if you think that that's Tony Stark? So Tony isn't Tony. Guys. Are you not following me here? So, the exact same character that you know, RDJ Tony, from Iron Man in 2008 all the way to Endgame. That character was adopted. Before he was adopted, his name was Victor Von Doom. He was born in Latveria. He is adopted by the Starks and raised as their son. That is RDJ Iron Man. Okay? And the Doom we're going to meet is just a version that wasn't adopted. Tony is apparently adopted in comics anyway, as people have brought up in chat. So, how do you make Dr. Doom look exactly like Tony Stark from 616? How do you utilize all of that juice and yet make him Victor Von Doom? Oh, it's simple. Like, come on, man. You might not like it, but you should at least be able to understand it. Hello? Hello? Yeah, it's less wacky than actually RDJ Doom will be killed by the real Doom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One more time. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Here we go. Darius says, maybe Tom Cruise is originally Doom, but switches with RDJ Iron Man and we get a superior infamous Iron Man situation or something like that. Yeah, I've thought about that too. I just think, I think what I'm suggesting is actually less confusing and better than what that is. Do you know what I mean? Because look, you could absolutely make Tom Cruise actual Dr. Doom. He body swaps. And this Doom with RDJ is a body swapped Tom Cruise. You could absolutely do that. That's a little bit like the comic that Rob was explaining. Right? You could do that. I think that is weirder than what I'm describing. I kind of like I like the retcon of our RDJ actually being Victor Von Doom the whole time. Because then it's definitely not weirder. What? Bro, you guys are crazy. Hello? You guys are crazy. Listen, I love this retcon because what it would mean is all of a sudden you begin to question RDJ Iron Man. All of a sudden, you look back at RDJ's Iron Man and you're like, dude, he was pretty shady. He did invent Ultron. He was willing to trap Wanda in the... And you start to recontextualize it. You're like, maybe that's why our Iron Man wasn't such a great dude. Then all of a sudden, he gets brought back. And then you have all the same characters beginning to question him too. Then you have Tom Holland Spider-Man after he watches RDJ Dr. Doom rip out the spine of Mary Jane right in his face. You know, Then all of a sudden, RDJ Iron Man comes back, and all of a sudden Tom Holland Spider-Man is like, I can't unsee that. And also, you're actually Dr. Doom. Your name's Victor. Did you know that, Mr. Stark? Mr. Stark? Did you know your name's actually Victor and you were adopted? And because of that, we're all really questioning whether or not you're going to be good. Hello? Peter can't catch a break? I mean, that's his character. Hello? Peter Parker Luck? Do we have to erase the whole chalkboard? Or just part of the chalkboard? Like, what's going on right now? It's Morty now? What the fuck? I mean, a little bit, yeah. Space Trick Serial says, okay, you are convincing me because of Ultron. Oh, yeah. You see what I mean? You're starting to understand where the juice is? You're starting to go. Let me cook. Hello? Okay, yeah. So now we kind of get it, right? I mean, there's no juice, bro. How dare you? How dare you? Rossi with a 10 spot. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna say this in the exact tone that I think Rossi's trying to say. Or should I let Talk to Text do this one? Is that still on there? Oh, here we go. Here comes Rossi. Okay. I'll stop watching Marvel if Tony was doomed the whole time. In a way, it kills the legacy of Tony Stark in the MCU. So Tony was a villain the whole time if he was adopted or he became one after he died? Oh, well. I sure hope they don't do it then. I guess we'll lose Rossi as a Marvel fan. Oh, boy. What are we going to do without Rossi as a Marvel fan? Better not do it, Feige. Better not do it. John Cross says, how about we keep it simple and it's literally just Von Doom that looks like Tony? How the fuck is that simpler? Like, people keep saying that to me. And I'm like, so you're telling me that's simpler? Just don't address it? Hey, you kind of look like... I'm not. Okay. That's simpler for you guys? Holy shit. I don't like Sand says, Marvel and the Russos have clarified RDJ is playing Victor Von Doom and is not a variant of Tony Stark. Looking like you'll be shaving your head, Josh. God damn it, chat. Like, I really feel like you guys are not picking up what I'm setting down. Okay? I feel like you're not smelling what I'm stepping in here. Hello? Tito says, RDJ will be Doom in Fantastic Four, but when Galactus comes, the Fantastic Four will dip from that universe and find out how to save it. RDJ, aka Doom, sneaks in as well. So apparently, according to Alex Perez, which, by the way, what the fuck? Alex is leaving Twitter? Alex is leaving Twitter? The hell happened? Did he spake? Did he spake just a little too much? Anyway, Alex was saying that there is no Doctor Doom in the universe. Where the Fantastic Four are from. Which is like, I mean, that's kind of a little weird, huh? What do you think that means? That's kind of weird. Chris says, hey Josh, took off work today to take a road trip to Maine, catching my first live stream in over a year. Daddy Doom, hey, I appreciate that support, brother. I hope you're having a good trip out to Maine. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's relaxing or exciting. Hell yeah. Steve McT says, do these people even watch? I mean, by these people, are you saying Rossi? Because I don't know. I don't know what goes on with this guy. Angry Bucket says, WDW Pro is saying Viggo Mortensen will be Prime Doctor Doom, and RDJ as Doom will become a hero to help defeat Prime Doom. Yeah, I saw that. I actually do want to go over that video. It's in my notes. Yeah, it's in my notes. We'll get to it in a second here. Kyle says, the Tony we know doesn't know he's Victor. Was raised as Stark. That's what I'm saying. I don't get chat. You, sir, are cooking. It also explains due date in Endgame. Yes. See? Yes. I kind of agree. Cody says, number 1, Doom is a Tony variant. 2, RDJ wears prosthetics. 3, Doom only ever wears his mask. 4, I like your theory. Oh, damn, shit. Oh, shit, damn. Oh, damn, thank you. Appreciate you, man. Fuck it. No one is competent today. Cut the stream. No. Like, look, I'm going to be real, guys. This has been a fucking blast for me. This whole week has been a blast for me. Now, are we all on the same page? Nope. Do we all think we know what's going on? Yep. Are we all right? Nope. But, genuinely, this has been one of the most fun weeks of streams and content that I've had in a while. It is so cool. I mean, it's so crazy. It's so like, what? And we've been just watching Dr. Doom videos all week, which is something I want to address today too. Because, look, you know, we've gotten to know comic book Dr. Doom over the course of this week, and it's been really chill. But we cannot expect Dr. Doom from the comics to be the Dr. Doom of the MCU. They're going to downpower. They have to, at least, before Secret Wars, downpower Thanos, or Doom a little bit. He cannot be as powerful as comic book Dr. Doom. You know what I mean? But having said that, he is still going to probably be, he has to be at the upper limits of what we have seen in the MCU currently, and that includes God of Stories Loki. But we'll get there, okay? That's in my notes. We'll get there. Ginger Snowman says, Iron Man is my favorite, but I actually really like your idea. That retcon would be awesome. Would open the door for many possibilities. Nerd Adventures for life. You know what else it opens the door for? And I'm going to skip all the way to something else I was going to talk about. Do you know what that ultimately opens the door for? It opens the door for RDJ to remain Dr. Doom after the Secret Wars soft reboot. You get a new Tony Stark, but you've got RDJ Dr. Doom till he's 90. Wolf says, what's the rumor? I just joined. Well, there's multiple things we're going to go over today, but for now, what we've been talking about has to do with Tom Cruise being approached to play Iron Man again. And seems like there is some actual truth to them wanting to get Cruise. Why can't it be both? What if Tony's mom is a Von Doom? So I think look, part of the reason why, like, guys, I think what some of you guys are missing in your theories is trying to understand the way that they've been thinking about this from a character perspective, right? And shock and awe and, you know, that sort of stuff. So if it's both, it's milquetoast. It's just middle of the road, whatever. If it's what I'm talking about, it's epic. Like, oh my God, the Tony that we've been following was actually Dr. Doom? That's actually Victor Von Doom? That explains some of his tendencies. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking epic. It also allows epic character moments in the actual next two movies. What defines a human being? Why did our Victor end up becoming so heroic? Why didn't that happen to other people? What's the real difference there? You know, that's interesting. From a character perspective, that's interesting. It feels like what some of you guys are doing is like, but no, I need it to just be what it was. And that's not as interesting. That's just plainly not as interesting. Is it safer? Sure. Does it make you feel more comfortable? Does it feel more respectful to the canon lore and etc.? Yes, all of that is true. But it's not interesting. John Cross says, can we do a red carpet premiere bonus stream for Doomsday and Secret Wars? Yeah. We will for that. Yeah. Cole says, or rather, Cole gifted a member. Appreciate you, man. Josiah says, what's up, Josh? I bet Marvel's happy now that they didn't let Kang win in Quantumania with how hard and fast they're pivoting to Doom. Super exciting. You know what's interesting about that? They did change that ending pretty late in the game. I wonder if the Doom decision had anything to do with that. That is an interesting choice. Danny says, Doom's been out 6 days and it already feels like old school Marvel. Exactly. Theory crafting is all over the place. It's fun and nerdy. I can't wait. 100% true. And that's the juice. That's why it's been so cool. That's why I'm so excited. We're back, baby. The Russos back, and they're gonna save Marvel. Hey, the Russos back. DJ says, why would they tease Superior Iron Man in MOM and not give us him when they bring RDJ back? Because they thought this would be cooler. Now, I think RDJ Superior Iron Man, Evil Iron Man variant would work. I think that'd be cool. But I think the Doctor Doom thing is cooler. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Is that okay to say? Like, dude, I wanted Superior Iron Man bad, bro. Are you kidding me? Superior Iron Man is dope. I'm not trying to clown on Superior Iron Man. I'm just saying Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom, baby. Like, come on. The Russos back, and they're gonna save Marvel. Okay, Cole says, I love this version of Josh when there's actually good Marvel content in Logan's voice. Let's fucking go. Oh, hell yeah, brother. I've been on cloud nine. I haven't even known what to do with myself this week. You know? I'm just sitting back like, damn, dude. Like, I'm getting everything I want. This is crazy. Parker Thwip says, gimme Doom and Russos, baby. 21 months, nerds. Yum, banana bread for Brecky. Nom, 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 nom. Need to fill the last 50 characters. Okay. Right on, brother. Appreciate you, man. Ellis Photography says, what is the due date in Endgame? He's talking about going back and the father talking about the due date, and I believe it's a little bit off from when Tony was actually born. Wolf says with a 5 spot, honestly, I think your theory is cool. Much less gimmicky than Doom taking control of Tony's body. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cody says, I like your theory, but what if they just put RDJ in prosthetics and make him look completely different? I am fine with that, but I would not understand that from a business perspective. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaliyah. I'll cover that. Meaning, I don't understand why you pay Robert Downey Jr. like $150 million to come back and just play something completely different. You could get any actor to play Doctor Doom. Not any actor, but you know what I'm saying. Could be Viggo. So many other people could play Doom. You bring RDJ back because you want to have that moment where Tom Holland's like, Mr. Stark? No Stark, only Doom. And then he rips out Zendaya's spine in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why. That's why. All right, let me find Aaliyah's chat here. Aaliyah says, RDJ actually Doom in most universes, and Tom Cruise is Tony in most universes. Exactly. 100% exactly. Maybe Tom Cruise is the original Doom, but switch with RDJ and we get superior infamous. Oh, yeah, we went over that. Appreciate you, Darius. Appreciate you guys. Rahul says, how would you think that scene could play out with RDJ monologue to Peter about how his hero Iron Man was actually Doom all along? That would be cold. Oh, yeah. 100%. I mean, he'd probably call all the heroes stupid for not realizing it. He'd probably call it a false reality. He'd probably hate that version of Tony. Hate what he accomplished, hate what he represented. And you know what else? It's like, there's that flavor. I was telling you guys, in comics, Victor hates Reed because he views Reed as an alternate version of himself that had a privileged life. Well, what if it's actually a version of him that had a privileged life. Why can't I speak today? My brain doesn't work anymore. And it's because of you, chat. It's not because of Dr. Doom. It's because of you. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, you get the flavor of the Reed thing, but you kind of double down on it. And you're like, oh, no. He fucking hates this guy because in this universe, Victor had everything. Victor was literally given the life of Tony Stark. The plushy, cushy, playboy life of Tony Stark. Yeah, I'd fucking hate that dude too, you know? So it could be really cool. Star Wars Nerd says, 2 years Nerd Vengeance. Let's fucking go. Thanks for all the amazing content you put out, Papa Josh. Love you and the community. Nerd Vengeance for life. Much love. Unity. Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I'm going to go over this last chat here, and then let's get into these questions. Okay, we still have research to do today. Lightning Slug says, love the Doom theory, but what's your take on Howard Stark telling Tony, my greatest creation is you? Sounds like something an actual father would say. It does, but I think he views him as his actual son. And it kind of goes into like, or does it mean donating time? Raising, teaching, you know, that kind of stuff. Jacob says, okay, Josh, I accept, but if Tony was Doom the whole time in 616, how will we get another Doom in 616 post Secret Wars? Easy. It'll be RDJ. Easy. Okay. Do you guys want to gamble? Do you guys still trying to gamble? You know, it's like, we have this great conversation. We're having all this fun. We're talking about Dr. Doom, and everybody's like, no, put the gambling on. Put the gambling on, you punk ass bitch. Okay, I'll put it on for you guys. We're only going to do it for an hour. Josh, mine just froze. Wait, what? Say what now? All right, here we go. So, let's get the gambling going on. And let's give everybody watching 10,000 nerd coin. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. Okay, let's start to cook on some major questions for RDJ Dr. Doom. As far as I am concerned, there are 5 major questions that will basically explain how this works. The first question is the one we've been talking about all goddamn week. How's this going to work? Will this be a Tony Stark variant? Will this be a Victor variant? Will this be a body swap? Will this be just, a totally different character, etc., etc.? So we're going to watch 2 different videos. We've already dedicated a lot of time to this question. I have my theories. You guys have your theories. I want to start by watching Koi's video from 2 days ago. Well, the audio is kind of boned there. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch Koi's video. Then I'm going to watch WDW Pro. They had a video, and they are claiming to have a scoop about a second Doctor Doom. Okay. So, let's watch this.
Internet, hello, you lovelies. It is official. Robert Downey Jr. is back in the MCU.
That's a sick Doom
back
shirt.
In a way that none of us could have expected. He is not back as Iron Man. He is not back as Tony Stark. He is not even back as a Tony Stark variant. He has been cast as Victor Von Doom. Now this...
We give you the one person who could play Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, but what you're missing, Koi, is what he said right before this. Jared Leto!
New mask. Same task. What did I tell you? I like playing complicated characters.
Happened at Hall H this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, and I want to talk all about it.
The world has not been the same.
Now, if you're new to this page, I do comic book news and comic book reviews, as well as movie news and movie reviews, so please hit that subscription bell. There are over 4,000 new folks on this page, thanks to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
And I want to keep that growing. But first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you. I wanted to hit 30K.
Yeah, his Deadpool review, which we watched on stream, was epic. So congrats to him.
By Deadpool Day, and we hit it on Deadpool Day, and I'm so appreciative. Now we're approaching 32K, and that was my big goal of this month. I really wanted to pass my Twitter following so I could spend more time here instead of on that hell site. So welcome and thank you. Now let's talk about Robert Downey Jr. being back, but as Dr. Doom.
Let's talk about it.
This was my immediate reaction. I was actually on stage.
This is my immediate reaction. Oh my fucking God, what? There's no way it's true. Oh my God, what?
The moment Hall H was happening, so I didn't get to see this in real time. This is what I thought coming right off stage. No, 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 no. That's insane. I cannot believe they're doing the thing. Oh, evil Downey Iron Man, corporate monster extraordinaire, Latverian Stark. I have so many thoughts, and all of them are conflicting, and that's what they want me to feel.
Yeah, it's true.
Damn it. He shouldn't come back, but he is back. But I hate it, but I love it. Yes, no. Doom. Doom.
Perfect. That's yeah, that's about right. You can enter the club. You're allowed to come into Nerd Avengers Tower. You're not a scroll. Authenticated.
Now, as you can see, and I was torn then, and I'm torn now. I will talk about my opinion at the end of this video because I have some conflicting feelings all about it, just as I did there. But I do want to address how people are perceiving this announcement.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very excited, and I'm very excited for them. I'm personally not in the blind excitement camp because a lot of people think that there is...
Blind excitement? Do you guys think I have blind excitement? Tell me.
A comic book precedent into this. A lot of people are like, what about Infamous Iron Man? What about Superior Iron Man? What about that very obscure What If issue, Demon in an Armor?
Hell yeah.
Those are all things that exist, sure. But those are all moments where Tony Stark became Iron Man. This is an actor who was cast and iconically portrayed one of the leads playing a completely different character. And I don't think we've had that yet. We've had it multiversally, where we had Johnny Storm in the old Fox movies, and then 15 years later came back and recast as Captain America. We've even had Ryan Reynolds cast as Hannibal King in a different universe, then come back as Deadpool. We've had those things, but we haven't had a lead cast in a role and then cast as another leading role in this universe. Now, before we get to all those conflicts, I'm sure there are examples like Benedict Cumberbatch, who played Dormammu, but that was more of a conversation about id and ego and man versus self and all those things, plus Dormammu with CGI. There are examples that are exceptions, but there aren't leads. So let's talk about the comic book precedent that people think is out there. And the one that I see most of all is this What If issue, Demon in an Armor. Now, the actual official synopsis for Demon in an Armor is, and I quote, "Would Tony Stark still be Iron Man if he wasn't Tony Stark? 20 years ago, in a college experiment gone bad, the young Stark's mind is transferred to the body of impoverished but brilliant fellow student Victor Von Doom. Blamed for the unsanctioned research, his memory wiped clean, Tony is deported and forced to live as a disgraced Latverian commoner. Meanwhile, Von Doom grows and flourishes in the wealth and privilege of being the sole heir to Stark Industries. Thus, in separate cauldrons in different sides of the world, both Iron Man and Dr. Doom are forged anew. But who are the men inside the armors really? Find out what if Tony Stark had become Dr. Doom." Nolan, who was around a lot in this era of What If, but my issue is that's a body swap thing. We don't have a Doom. My other issue is when you look at Robert Downey Jr., you're not going to see there's a guy body swapped. You're going to see Tony Stark. Also, I'm not sure how many people are invested in the Tony Stark of Earth 11092 or whatever it was. I didn't write it down, but I remember reading this, and it was a fun what if. That is not the basis of an entire movie structure. Body swap stuff's not going to work, and none of that's even relevant to the conversation. So when people bring it up, I don't understand, because he's not been cast as a variant. He has literally been cast as Doom. So this issue isn't...
So it's interesting. I mean, I like what he's saying here. I get what he's saying. I agree that the body swap thing is maybe a little bit too weird. But I think maybe what Koi's missing here, and, you know, again, it's such an interesting conversation. I mean, I'm happy to have the conversation over and over again until we get more clarity, right? But the whole point is like, if you listen to what Alex Perez said this week, it was a thing that they wanted evil version of Tony Stark. That's what they wanted. They wanted the babyface to become heel. Pretty simple. That's what they were looking to elicit, that emotion. And they wanted to use the fact that everybody in 616 loved Tony. They want to use that. So they're not, like, I understand that they called him Victor Von Doom. I understand that there's reasons to believe that it's just Victor Von Doom. But you are missing and ignoring evidence to the counter. Like, they have a 90-something% track record, the Cosmic Circus, and specifically Alex, on these types of things. So, I mean, if you want to ignore that, that's totally fine, but I can't. You know what I mean? So my speculation runs through the lensing of, like, what are the reliable people saying? But I get it.
What they'll be basing it off of, as much as I've heard that rumor. Now, the other rumor I've heard a lot about is, what about with Infamous Iron Man? Infamous Iron Man, I adore. It's love this run.
Yeah.
I actually like it more than Superior Spider-Man, which is clearly based off of. In brief, Superior Spider-Man is Doc Ock in the body of Spider-Man, and they basically switch minds and basically in Peter Parker's brain, Doc Ock has taken over, and he's living as Spider-Man, and he's saying dolt and imbecile, and he's kind of a prick, but he's getting things done in a way Spider-Man never had. I didn't like Superior Spider-Man all that much because it lasted too long. It felt like a what if. It didn't really feel like Spider-Man to me, but what did work was Infamous Iron Man, which is actually taking place after Civil War II. So the first time we see this taken the characters in Civil War II, where Tony Stark is very, very injured and basically can't keep up the mantle of Iron Man, and Doom takes over the mantle, and it's an iron suit. It's something he knows well, and something that actually turns into an ongoing title. It is written by Brian Michael Bendis. It is illustrated by Alex Maleev. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great.
But once again, this isn't someone that looks like Robert Downey Jr. / Tony Stark.
Yeah.
This is someone that looks like Doom in the Iron Man suit. So the exact opposite of what's happening in the MCU. And it looks a lot like Vincent Cassel from Ocean's 12.
It does, yeah.
But Alex Maleev's art is stunning, but it's very clearly the dictator, the insane person that is Victor, wielding different power and finding some different morals in there. And it's a hero's journey from villainy. That is not going to be what this movie is. This is Downey playing Doom. I don't know how that's going to work, but I do recommend you read Infamous Iron Man and Civil War II. Both of those are interesting precedents for kind of a variation of this concept. It's not even what they're doing, but it is a good comic. So check out Infamous Iron Man. And if you hear people say, like, there's a comic of it, this is not what they're doing with this story. The other precedent, because I really am trying to find a way that this makes sense as far as canonically in comic books or something where it works. There is another what if, there's another Elseworld if we're going at that concept, and it's another one where Tony Stark becomes Doom. Not Doom becomes Tony Stark, but again, this is the body of Downey Jr.'s Iron
Exiles
Man if they're
23.
going away, and he becomes Iron Maniac. And what happens here is Tony Stark and Reed Richards become diametrically opposed, and in a fight, Johnny Storm, Human Torch, fries his face. So Tony Stark's face is the one that gets scarred, and he becomes Doom-like and forms this idea of Iron Maniac, and he's a lot more Doom-like. He actually kills a lot of people, and it's very much like an Iron Doom. That's another one people are suggesting. The one that I've heard no one suggest that I also don't think they're doing, but I think has some really cool imagery, is this cover of Exiles number 23.
Yeah.
Now, Exiles story is very much like What Ifs. It's a multiversal story. The Exiles are different mutants from different multiverses.
I love that
and you
look,
can play with a lot of What If elements because you're playing with the multiverse. You're playing with characters in other ways. So this issue of Exiles features on Earth 42777, Tony Stark monopolized the world economy, then started a mutant war between humans and mutants. Thinning out the superhuman population, he then killed Magneto and afterward Doom. No one was...
Creating a mutant human war.
left to undermine his authority, and through his manipulations, he becomes monarch of Earth for life. But again, he's not Iron Man as Doom, he's just Doom. So I'm wondering how, and I should say now that I'm going to get to my opinion, those are the comics that people are talking about. that aren't what they're adapting. Of them, my favorite is the infamous Iron Man run, but again, this won't really help you prepare as much as I'd like it to. I like making videos of like, read this to understand this. So that's what this conversation
you're
I
right.
wanna have
You're right.
is.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't love this announcement. Personally, I do trust the Russo brothers, and personally, I do trust Marcus and McFeely. I know McFeely's back. I'm not sure if Marcus is. They were the guys that wrote, Civil War, Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. Like, they're geniuses of this world. So they're also very good as far as making things that didn't work in the comics work better. They're good at manipulating comic lore. But something brand new, by having such a tentpole casting decision, I'm curious. Now, one thing working in this favor is the Russo brothers are so good at heel turns. They're so good at playing against type. Community always has those like elements of like, let's do this way. And Downey Jr. is so powerful of an actor. He's so good at being the villain. If you've seen Oppenheimer, obviously you've seen him in that villainous role. But he's also just an incredible actor. So I do want to say, before I get into my negative, because I'm personally not in love with this, I'm excited to see Downey Jr. in a role like this, because I didn't love that he was stuck as Iron Man for like 12 years. Like, a lot of people only saw him as Iron Man up until Oppenheimer. I feel like he got typecast in a way. I love the dude from, yes, Iron Man, obviously, but also Chaplin and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and lots of other things. And I feel like,
he's a good
other
actor.
than Sherlock, he was kind of not doing stuff that was popping off during this Iron Man run. Doolittle didn't do that hot. His movie The Juror only recently got popular. Like, things after Tropic Thunder were largely just Iron Man. And I would like to see him do something in a superhero scale that's malevolent. I do want to see an evil thing, but I wish it was in another universe, honestly. Like, I'd rather see him at DC, just because I'd rather it not mess with the continuity. And that's my issue, is I understand the multiversal concept very much. That's kind of my life. I love these stories. I love this idea. But there's no part of the human brain that is going to look at Downey Jr. in a green tunic instead of a red and orange suit, or a red and yellow suit, and see anything but what the indelible mark he left as Iron Man is.
I mean, that's the point, though. I mean, that's, you have like that, the exact thing that he's frustrated by, the exact thing that maybe he's confused by or whatever, that is the exact thread, the emotional thread that they are playing with. It is an intentional choice. And that's why I think the theory that I have is, I mean, it's the best. It's the best theory. I'm sorry, it is, because it allows you to play with that in a really interesting way and sort of recontextualize it and, do something shocking. And all the best comic book twists are retcons. They are. I mean, there's super fun ways to recontextualize different events, moments in time, things of that nature. It's dope.
There's not going to be like, oh, right, he's Doom now. It's going to be like, okay, he's playing a dark Doom. I mean, he's playing a dark Iron Man. Like, even just now, I'm having trouble navigating it, because it's going to seem like evil Iron Man instead of Doom. There's no Doom precedent, and that's not fair to the powerful character of Dr. Doom. I love Dr. Doom. He's one of my favorite villains of all time. Like, he's an absolute powerhouse of a character.
Oh yeah, I love.
He's Doom.
Yeah, he's Doom. Yeah,
he's the bridge between magic and technology. And I would love if he hadn't been cast as Iron Man and done such an incredible job for 15 years, if the actor Robert Downey Jr. was playing him. But in the Marvel...
see, that's interesting. They could play off of that as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this theory makes the most sense. It's using all of these interesting emotional attachments and feelings, and it's using them instead of trying to like avoid them, walk around them, or whatever. Like, we're going right at it.
Universe, we're gonna see Tony Stark. In a lot of other movies, people still see Tony Stark. I don't think they're going to keep his mask on. I don't think you cast Downey Jr. to be behind the mask. I don't know which storyline they're going to go with. There's two basic versions of Doom. One where he is mauled and his face is destroyed, and his pride keeps him from ever showing his face. There's another that I think is more interesting because of the gravity of his ego, and that he's got a slight blemish, and that little bit of imperfection ruins his face for him, and he keeps his face hidden. Both are great, but I do love the idea of just something. And I don't.
But I think the thing, not to get like really super nerdy, but in all reality, Victor starts hiding his face before he puts on the mask. Doom, the creation, Doom, the being, is not birthed until after 5 years of Victor studying with the monks, and then he sees Reed Richards again. That's when he decides to take it to another level. And that's when he fully encapsulates his body in the armor. And the armor seals him from the world. It also seals him from the nether realm. So Mephisto can no longer invade his dreams, right? So it's not as simple as that. But yeah, his pride is certainly part of it. And he does hide his face in cloth bandages for a long time before he puts the actual mask on.
I don't think they're going to keep Downey's face hidden. I mean, if you mangle his face and it's just an actor performing, maybe, but I don't think you cast and pay him over $80 million to hide his face.
Exactly.
You don't cast someone that's going to get butts back in the seats. Within 24 hours, the announcement of Downey Jr. as Doom was in the top 15 Instagram videos of all time.
Yep.
That's how big this is. This is going to appeal to most people.
Yep.
This is going to be exciting. Like, yeah, Downey's back. We're so excited. I do love the symmetry of phase 1 through 3 ended with Downey Jr. with the Marvel Universe. You know, phase 6 is going to be the end of 4, 5, and 6, and that'll end with Doom as the conclusion of that set of trilogies of phases, and that'll be Downey Jr. All of that's fun. And again, Russos, that's exciting because apparently Downey wouldn't come back unless the Russos were back.
Yeah.
The Russo brothers have been fighting to do Secret War since Infinity War.
Yep.
They said they'd only come back for Secret War. I'm so happy for them. I'm just concerned that I don't think this is a showing of confidence. If this was confidence, they wouldn't have announced it, and then we'd watch a movie, and then all of a sudden it's just a reveal that Iron Man's face is under there, that Tony Stark's face is under there, that Downey Jr.'s face is under there, and then that's a cliffhanger, then we'd wonder about it. Or it'd be a reveal mid-movie, and then he'd put it back on, and you'd think, and then he'd reveal at the end of the movie how that occurred. But it feels like...
And again, I totally understand what he's saying, but I think, and, you know, not to say that, like, again, you know, it's all about my theory, but it's all about my theory. The reason, that, like, what he's talking about right now is true. But what if that's not the reveal? Right? So, Doom RDJ, it seems really crazy. And it is crazy that that's Dr. Doom. But what's more crazy? What's more crazy? That our Iron Man was always Dr. Doom. That's the real twist. That's the real crazy thing. So that allows for more juice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's trying to get the audience back on board in a way that could have been a reveal. And I don't even love the reveal. The moment was awesome in Hall H from what I saw. Like, I'm really happy for all those people. But I mean, like, if it was a confident decision in just casting, I feel like it could have been, we have cast our Doom, keep him in the mask. At some point, the mask comes off. It's Downey. You're confused. How? That feels confident. I don't think it's like flailing. I don't think it's, you know, throwing everything away. I don't think it's all the hyper negative things, but I don't think it's any of the hyper positive things either. I think people that are very casually fans of the MCU, I'm stoked for them. I think people that are very casually into these movies are just going to hear Downey's back and get excited. I think as far as the weight of the death of Tony Stark, which means a lot to me, is tricky because I loved the moment we got to see, Johnny Human Torch back in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, it was cool.
But he played him so differently, and he'd already been him. I was a little bit more able to escape that association.
Yeah.
Downey's never played anyone else, so I don't have a prior connection. I grew up on Johnny Storm, Chris Evans, so I was able to like turn that around. He's also way skinnier. He's older. I could buy that, but I don't know how much I'll be able to buy Iron Man, who just left us, who never played anyone else in Marvel, as this. And I knew that comment was going to come up, like, well, you don't mind that. It was also served as a joke. There's so much gravity to Doom. Doom isn't a joke. The Human Torch thing is funny because he was Cap. Doom isn't funny. Doom should be terrifying. Iron Man, Snark won't suit Doom. So I do think Downey can play him. I just wish it wasn't at the cost of sacrifice.
Okay, so I'm going to make a video about my theory. We'll either drop it Saturday or Sunday. I'll make it really good video, a lot of good editing, and I need you guys to blast that shit out because, I mean, I think it's probably the way they're going to go. So it'll be cool to, like, get that theory out there for more people to talk about it because I think it's great.
The weight of the death. All of that being said, I'm very excited to see what they do. I would love to be proven wrong. Please prove me wrong, Russo brothers and Kevin Feige and the team behind all this.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I mean, I get it. It's a good video. I mean, he's being honest. You know, he has his trepidation. It's all good. One more video, and then we're going to...
Please show me how this is...
One more, and then we're going to shift. The Russos back, and they're gonna Marvel.
At this point, I think most people are beginning to realize that Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back and making hundreds of millions of dollars off of Marvel just to play a villain. I think that is, well, phony baloney. And folks, we're here to tell you that there may be more than one big-time actor ready to play Dr. Doom. Contracts are not yet signed, but we are beginning to hear about some of the actors they're reaching out to, and we'll share it with you right now.
Okay, so this is WDW Pro, and they have this scoop here about another Doctor Doom, about some other Doctor Doom stuff. Now, let me just say this. There have been scoops that they've had where I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. But occasionally there are some scoops they have that actually line up with stuff that I've been told. So I think they do have at least some people that talk to them that have actual information. And so let's see what they have to say.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the place that is streaming to you from a studio in somewhere sunny USA, where the sun is always shining and we're always shining truth on the entertainment industry. Thank you for being here. As you get started with us, we sure would appreciate it if you would click that like button. And if you'd like to support some of our original content, check out Vacation Radio. The link is down in the video description below. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, folks. It sounds to us like Robert Downey Jr. is not simply coming back to play a Doctor Doom villain for 3 movies, or 2.5, depending on how you split this. Folks, we've got information here, and I want to preface this and say to you that contracts are not yet signed. So we cannot tell you for sure who is going to play the prime Doctor Doom, but we can say that we're beginning to hear some names, and we can't wait to bring the biggest name that we've been hearing about. Let's bring the panel in right now. I just want to remind, without being braggadocious, that we've been calling the Robert Downey Jr. thing for like a year. So I don't feel like we're bragging too hard when it's something we've consistently said was going to happen for a year. We had the Doctor Doom story maybe 2 months ago-ish, but I didn't put a lot of credence into it, and I still don't. And I'll explain why in just a moment.
Okay.
But this is our story for today. This is the headline. This is going to be coming to us from the N. Snyder. You get it? You get it? And this is Jeff Snyder's vlog, whatever you want to call this place he does. And he's got the story here, and there's an interesting way that he's framing it. We're going to go along with it, and I'm going to tell you what I am hearing from the same source that has been telling us that RDJ was coming back, that he's bringing Jeremy Renner with him, that it was all tied to the Russo brothers, that they were a package deal. We've reported on this for literally months, and we've been reporting to RDJ coming back for a year. So we've been on this thing. I'll tell you what that same source is telling me now, and it is fascinating. All right, here's what it says. Inside Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the MCU, his casting as Dr. Doom and his massive salary. If you have followed this channel, you're going to be familiar with much of this already. It says, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's from The Dark Knight. On Friday, May 10th at 2:49 p.m. Little specific, maybe. Compensating, I don't know. I received an encrypted email. Ooh, this sounds very spy-esque. From a tipster that read, Robert Downey is coming back to the MCU as an alternate multiverse Tony Stark, who is actually Dr. Doom. Lucrative payday, etc., will be first appearing in an end credit kicker in
Interesting.
To say this was a monster tip would be the understatement of the century. This was honestly world news.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, we'll keep going. The kind of news that would delight the world, or so I thought, which is my favorite kind of news to break. I had lunch on the books with the representatives from Marvel and Disney on May 21st, so I decided to wait to inquire until we were face to face, as this was the kind of thing that both merited an in-person conversation and would in theory hold during that time. But then our lunch got Thanos snapped for some reason, and not even rescheduled, and I was left with no choice but to call Marvel. Guys, have we ever got a scoop from a source, and then we decided to hold that scoop until we got a hold of Disney to see if they would confirm something that we know that they would absolutely not confirm because it would destroy their announcement? Have we ever done that?
No, I don't think we've ever tried that one.
New strategy. We'll hold on to that one. Maybe Jeff's got us on that. When I told Marvel what I'd been hearing, the studio denied it. Can't believe it. And I accepted their denial at face value. That makes total sense, as I always have. I'm starting to see something here. For that same rep has kept me from getting egg on my face plenty of times.
Interesting.
But the thought never went away. This is precisely the kind of big, bold move that the MCU needs, and more importantly, that Downey would go for.
True.
Sure enough, on Saturday night, Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. would be coming back to the MCU as Doctor Doom in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War. Of course, they left out the part about the character being first introduced in a mid-post-credit sequence at the end of the Fantastic Four First Steps, but that's beside the point. The point is that Robert Downey Jr. is back, baby, the real Marvel genius. Is it stunt casting done out of desperation, or is it a work of creative genius? You be the judge. And it goes on to talk about all the stuff, blah, 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 blah. But again, we have been telling you this was happening forever. So whether or not his source was right doesn't matter. He could have just tuned into this channel. We've been telling that this was going to happen. So I'm going to use that same source to tell you what I'm hearing right now. And as we do, I just need to say, folks, that this is going to delve into rumor and speculation territory.
Yeah, rumor and speculation. Let's go.
We're talking about future products that have not yet been made.
Look, it makes it look like I was on the stream with him.
Finished yet? Here's what I am hearing. Again, unfinished work, so we'll be gentle with it. But let me frame it this way: Robert Downey Jr. is getting paid somewhere between $50 and $100 million to do this, and when he does this, he's almost certainly going to get close to the $100 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of hooch.
You don't get paid $100 million to play the villain. I'm going to say that again so everybody can understand that. You don't get paid $100 million.
So here's the thing. Right off the bat, I would say, while I understand what he's saying, I think in this unique circumstance, I think you would, because it's RDJ, and they would have to because of his contract. But also, I think he is playing Iron Man. I think he will be playing Tony Stark. We've talked about this before, but like, there's supposed to be scenes with RDJ Iron Man and RDJ Doctor Doom. They are supposed to have scenes. And part of the reason that I like the theory that I have is that this allows the original Doctor Doom Iron Man, RDJ, to come back and save the multiverse from his evil version.
To play the villain. His role, there is no way that his role is simply to come in and play Doctor Doom, and that's it. Fans have an expectation when they hear that he's coming back. And Kevin Feige, with the multiverse, has an expectation. So here's what I'm hearing.
Okay, what are you hearing?
Multiple sources.
Yeah, what are you hearing?
And specifically from the source
Tell me!
that has been telling us this stuff forever.
Okay.
We are hearing that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing one Doctor Doom.
Okay.
That there are other Doctor Dooms in these stories. And although, okay, so this is going to put us way out farther than we usually go on scoops, but since other people are, saying that they've got all this information, we're going to try and go way out there. This one, please don't hold me to it because things can change. There's
I'm gonna hold you to this.
Contract in place yet, but I thought this is why, by the way, Jonathan, we had you come on the show today. We are hearing that the person that would play potentially the prime
Viggo?
Doctor Doom is someone who might be familiar with many languages, an actor who is strong in many languages, including fantasy languages, and that Robert Downey Jr. may play a Tony Stark who comes to become the hero by his final film in the MCU, and that the Doctor Doom Prime may be played by someone who the Russo brothers want so badly. Jonas, you know who it is. Are there any more hints that we should give on who it is that that the Russo brothers and RDJ want to come on board?
Well, I think you've already given one of the biggest hints you can by bringing Jonathan on here and then saying it's someone who speaks many languages, some of them fictional. It's also someone who I can confirm he owns at least one horse.
So I know who that is then.
Yeah.
I thought, can I say? Are we good?
You can. I'm just going to be careful.
Maybe he's got a busted foot.
He's got it. Maybe he used the sword in his one cameo in his latest movie. Did you hear about that one? Did you know that?
I don't know.
The hell?
Anyway, Viggo Mortensen. Maybe that guy.
We're hearing that contractual negotiations may be underway. That's all I can say.
Wow.
But
he's the kind of guy. Let me just say, he's the kind of guy who does not sign for big paychecks. Generally speaking, he's totally fine living his own little life, doing his own thing. So either it's a lot of money, or like this sounds completely out of the ordinary for him. Completely out of weird, but wow.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, like, I think Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, would it be cool? Would I be down? Viggo as Doom Prime? Yes, but I just don't think it tracks logically. Like, I don't think it makes sense to do this, have the Russos say Downey playing Victor Von Doom, and then you cast a Prime Doom in secret? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm just going to point out, by the way, you're right on the money in that it's out of the ordinary for this actor in particular. This from that Park Place from John Trent, the Lord of the Rings actor Viggo Mortensen. Blast franchise films. They're not usually that good, and they're not usually that well written.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let me ask this to you all.
Hold on. Go down a little bit because there is something interesting here. He says that if you go just a little bit further, there's a scene of him with the undead, right there. Scroll up. Right there.
Oh, I was just gonna say.
He says, if somebody came to me with X movie, the third part or the ninth part, and I thought it was a great character, and I wanted to play that character, and I thought I had something to contribute, I'd do it. I'm not against it.
And it's interesting.
When did this come out, though? When did this come out, John?
This was, I want to say, at the beginning.
July 18th, so just 12 days ago.
That is interesting that he would insert that comment.
Yeah, so that sounds like maybe a little negotiation tactic there to me, based off of the recent revelations.
That part about maybe I'd run out of money. If he makes this deal, it'll be a long time before he does.
Well, and I'll say this. We typically, until we think that there might be a contract signed, we don't typically report rumors like this. But things are going so quickly.
Yeah, things are going crazy for sure. But I mean, wouldn't this just? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm going to be honest. I'll ask about it. I'll ask around. I'll ask some sources. Everybody's really tight-lipped about shit right now, though. Something I noticed was like after San Diego Comic-Con, I reached out to a bunch of people. Man, a lot of people giving me the cold shoulder. A lot of people saying like, "Yo, I don't know about that."
And people are taking credit for these scoops, and I'm not throwing any aspersions at Jeff Snyder. I think he's telling the truth and is accurate, and all of that. But we just want to get ahead of this. If this comes to pass, I don't want to say, well, we held on to it until we were sure, and miss out on the chance to say that we think these contract negotiations are happening. The thing that I really want people to understand, because ultimately that may not work. They may have to go with another actor. But I just want to put this in everybody's mind to remember, there is no way that they are paying $100 million to have Robert Downey Jr. come in and play a villain who will lose, because the heroes drive the box office. Now, there are very rare exceptions to that, but those rare exceptions happen with extenuating circumstances in real life. So you might think about, for example, The Dark Knight, and you had the passing away of an actor that drove the villain.
I think Thanos drove a lot of the hype for Infinity War and Endgame, though.
Into being, a box office sensation. But typically, it's the heroes that drive the box office returns. They're not going, and here's the other thing, too. You've got now 2.5 films for Robert Downey Jr. to perform.
They should announce this all in a Fortnite event. Over on Twitch says Wizard Dizzard.
Has to have him come in and be a victorious Tony Stark in the end. John?
And just to hit home your point about the heroes driving the films, one need look no further than Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So they're getting ready to throw some big time money behind these Avengers films. And
yeah, that's true.
That's what we've been hearing, folks. We've been reporting this accurately now for a very long time.
Okay, so yeah, that's their scoop, guys. Could there be a Prime Doom? What do you guys think?
That RDJ was coming back.
What do you think about that, Chad? I don't. You guys want Prime Doom to be somebody else? Viggo Mortensen? Josh's Prime Doom? Hey, wouldn't that be sick? I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it for a lot less than Downey. Could be interesting. Not to say that they couldn't make it work, but doesn't that like immediately undercut the hype? Like, I just don't understand that shit. You know? Like, it would be cool, but I mean, you brought Robert Downey Jr. back just to have Viggo Mortensen be the actual Doom? Why do you think it undercuts the hype? I don't agree. Because basically, you just announced that RDJ is Victor Von Doom for Doom War, and he's coming back as the real villain. And then like a day later, you'll be like, but he's not the real Doom. And if you don't understand why that undercuts the hype, then you probably can't read at a 5th grade level. Like I don't know how to explain it any simpler. And in fact, I'm getting a headache even thinking about how to try to explain it in a simpler way. So now you're causing me physical pain. Now you're so stupid that you're actually hurting my brain. My God. Okay, let's catch up on a few chats here. Let's catch up on a few chats, okay? And then I want to get into the second part of my well, that was rude. Was that rude? I'm sorry. I didn't think that was rude. I was trying to be really sensitive when I called that person stupid. Fuck out of here. Okay, let's keep going here. Let me try to find some other chats here. Do you think RDJ would be God Emperor Doom? Absolutely, but not until Secret Wars. Or do you think they'll bring in somebody new for Battleworld? Oh, I think he'll be God Emperor Doom. Yeah. We got to get Marvel to pay homage to MF Doom. That would be sick. That would be cool. The Weapon X says, Josh, you the man. Keep doing what you're doing. What key differences do you think will change from Secret Wars movie compared to the Jonathan Hickman comic? Well, there's obviously a lot that needs to change. Kind of different characters, different motivations. But I think a lot of the main principles are going to apply. And I think at the end of the day, they want to do something cool with like evil versus heroes, you know, villains versus heroes. So yeah. Rossi, yeah, thanks, bud. William says, going to D23 next week. Anything you want that I could get for you, Josh, to send to you? Hyped for Doom, brother. Not that I could think of. Do they have like stuff at D23? I didn't even know that was a thing. Like they're gonna have cool stuff for people to get. Just get me something cool, man. Yeah, I didn't even know. Are they gonna have Dr. Doom masks at D23? That would be sick. That would be sick. My reading level is at least at an 8th grade level. But you weren't being rude. Oh, I mean, I was being a little bit rude, but it was to be funny. It's not actually just to be rude. Josh, you think we'll get Battleworld movies or special presentations? What would you want to see? I want to see all of that. I want to see all of that. Okay. You know what? We're going to skip ahead. We're going to skip ahead to something. I wanted to talk power level next, but you know what we're going to talk? We're going to talk about what Dr. Doom wants. We're going to talk about what Dr. Doom even wants. This is coming from My Time to Shine. Definitely not my alt account where I sell NFTs and gambling subscriptions and shit like that. Okay, listen. Here it is. And I'm also shutting gambling off in about 20 minutes, so you better get your goddamn gambling fix in. Okay, it says here, Dr. Doom's plan in Doomsday. Doom isn't truly evil. He believes he's saving the multiverse from incursions. According to his twisted logic, the only way for the multiverse to survive is to unify all universes in one place. Battleworld, under his rule. He sees this as the sole path to ensuring the survival for everyone. Now, what I've been told privately, in addition to this, is that by making Battleworld by taking a bunch of universes and smashing them all together to create Battleworld, he's actually going to actively destroy the rest of the multiverse. So he's going to grab up some stuff, smash together, formulate the new Battleworld universe. Everything else is going to be destroyed. Now, I personally think that 616 as the sacred timeline and maybe the anchor to the whole multiverse, I feel like 616 will have to be the place where all the other universes come to. I don't actually think it's the Void, although it could be. I think the Void might still exist during the Battleworld saga or like where we're going from there. But ultimately, that's what's going on. So now, what's kind of interesting about this is like we ask ourselves, and I think, you know, a lot of us are curious, what is going to be his motivation and how are we going to get that established? Because we've had a lot of like, you know, Kang and, you know, we had the one freaking Kang variant in what was it? In Quantum Mania, right? And it's like that character wants to burn the other Kangs out of time, you know, that character's super upset about the incursions and the irresponsible time travel, etc., right? Well, now we're going to have to imagine and establish a character that would be a Doctor Doom. And he sees the entire multiverse collapsing. And he thinks the only way to prevent the entire multiverse from going away is to create a new one, basically using the remnants of what is left, formulating Battleworld, where Doctor Doom will then have complete and total control. And I do believe you will see God Emperor Doom. Okay. So that, I think, is going to be the accurate motivation and how that character gets there. Now, one of the other things that I thought would be kind of cool, and, you know, look, it's just a theory, but some of you guys liked it, some of you did not like it. If Wanda is this big Nexus being, and she's crazy, powerful, you know, the Darkhold, etc., right? If this version of Doctor Doom is like in love with Wanda, which I think that's awesome. Power couple, are you kidding me? That shit would be sick. So if that Victor is in love with Wanda, and then Wanda gets wiped out by some other multiversal force, be it the TVA, be it the Illuminati of 838, be it Dreamwalking Stephen Strange, be it the Black Priests, be it the you know, Uatu and his peeps, you know, be it whoever, so many different, it could be Kang, you know, it could be all kinds of people, it could be Galactus. Something comes in, destroys his Wanda, makes him super fucking pissed, and makes him realize what's at stake. You know, we see in 838 in Multiverse of Madness that the Baxter Foundation, they're one of the organizations that's out there studying the multiverse. And in fact, they are cataloging the multiverse, right? Well, if Reed Richards is out there in that universe doing that, and again, that is a canonical Reed variant, that is not Pedro, but that's a Reed, well, it tracks that Doom is doing the same. So, of course, Doctor Doom is observing the multiverse. And I believe that'll probably be what the setup is in the Fantastic Four movie. That's probably what the post-credit scene is going to be. You know what I mean? Like, that'll be what it is. It'll be Doctor Doom basically, like, looking over the multiverse and being like, now is the time. Assemble the Dark Avengers. And then we see, like, fucking all the crazy dark side Avengers. That would be sick. That would be sick. Doom is from the same universe as Fantastic Four. There's some really reliable people saying that that's not true. That there will not be a Victor Von Doom in that timeline. No. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That could be wrong. They could be changing it up too. But we'll see. Okay, so that's the motivation for Doom. Okay, now let's talk power level for Doctor Doom. Can we talk power level just a little bit here? We gushed all week long. Let me get this super chat here before it goes away. Ryan, appreciate you with the 20 spot, man. Oh my God, you missed my $10 super. I have a legitimate question in it. Well, just relax there, Rossi. Just relax. Ryan says, Josh, my man, I can't catch the stream, but after watching Deadpool and Wolverine for the second time, I need more Channing Tatum as Gambit. Movie was elevated like crazy in the second viewing. It's wild. Nerd Vengers for life. Dude, I totally agree. I feel the same way. Gambit is like my favorite like bit from the movie. I didn't know who my daddy was, but I bet I shot out of his dick, Randy. Like, come on, man. That shit's amazing. Or when he's about to fight, right? And he's like, what does he say? Oh, I'm going to make a name for myself here. That shit was so funny. He's like, you know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm going to make a name for myself here. That shit was awesome, dude. I love that. Okay, let's go to the power level. Let's go to the power level. Dr. Doom in the comics, he is him. You know, we've been watching videos all week, dude. I mean, he's got all these goon moments. It's crazy. Like, he's so powerful. Who could fuck with Doom? It's hard to say. But they constantly depower characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As an example, Stephen Strange is depowered in Marvel. Thor is really depowered in Marvel. Hulk is depowered in Marvel. Thanos is depowered in Marvel. 100%. Who else? Who else? I mean, dude, go on and on and on. It seems like maybe this is just movie stuff, like to make it work a little bit more in the movie. They constantly depower characters in the MCU. So my question to you guys is, who are the most powerful people that we've seen in Marvel so far? You know, like we could maybe leave What If out of the equation, right? But let's talk about that. Who's the most powerful? Gaia. Yeah, unfortunately, that is true. I put on Twitter today, Doom needs to kill Gaia first, and that would be incredible. So let's just get that out of the way. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, get him out of here. Scarlet Witch, 100%. Now let's talk about Scarlet Witch for a little bit. Wanda's obviously very powerful, but she was at peak power when using the Darkhold. Okay? So, peak Wanda with the Darkhold, literally being able to reshape reality. Now, I gotta tell you, I do not believe that RDJ Doom will be that powerful until Secret Wars. I think he will be that powerful in Secret Wars. But in the lead up to Secret Wars, no, not that powerful. I don't think so. God of Stories Loki, absolutely one of the most powerful beings we've ever seen in the Marvel multiverse. Again, I do not think Victor will approach that level of power until Secret Wars. Okay? Who else, though? Who else, right? You think about Stephen Strange, right? We've seen Doctor Strange be very, very powerful. Very good with the spells, good at dueling, right? He was able to duel Thanos in Infinity War, and that shit was awesome. I would put Doc Doom at that level. Hella, yeah. I would say that Dr. Doom, pre-Secret Wars, RDJ Dr. Doom, should be able to completely shit all over Hela. I think so. What was the Wanda statue in Deadpool and Wolverine? Oh, it was just something from the multiverse that was destroyed. Orisham. So I would say, even though, yes, Orisham is very powerful, we haven't actually seen the full extent of his power. But I would say, yes, Dr. Doom pre-Secret Wars should be able to take out a Celestial. What do you guys think? Is that too crazy? Because I think Wanda with the Darkhold could take one down. I think God of Stories Loki could take one down. Yeah. That's too crazy? No, I think that's pretty much on par with Doom. I think that's where he needs to sit. Like, I think Doom, RDJ Doom, has to be somewhat at a level of Thanos with a couple of stones. And then, of course, like, he's going to become even more powerful going into Secret Wars. But, like, let's talk before Secret Wars, right? When Thanos had 3 stones, I believe. That's basically where his power level was at when they fight in Infinity War on Titan, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's basically where he's at, right? I'd probably put Doom at that level of power in the MCU, right? So, like, what does that look like? Like, what does that mean? Well, basically, he could wash all of 616 pretty easily, you know? Like, who could pose a threat to that level of Doctor Doom? Sentry will be the strongest post Thunderbolt. So I think Sentry, when he's tapped into the Void power, Sentry in the Void, will probably be more powerful. But, like, in the comic books, Doom could fuck up Sentry. You know what I mean? Like, he could absolutely do that. Doctor Doom is not like that pre-Secret Wars at all. That's insane. No, it's literally not. Like, we just watch videos all week. And I'm talking about, by the way, that's depowered. Comic book Doom? Comic book Doom could shit on all these. Basically, comic book Doom could shit on everything that we've seen in the MCU. Literally. Wanda with the Darkhold, comic book Doom could shit all over her. 100%. And I'm talking pre-power up. Pre-power up. So I think the MCU version is not going to be that powerful. But I think he's going to be right there. What about Rune King Thor? Rune King, guys, do you understand that base level Doctor Doom was able to capture God of Stories Loki in the comics? I thought this week when we were watching these videos, I thought you guys were, like, paying attention. Base Doom captures and puts him frozen in time, God of Stories Loki. Base level Doom. Base level Doom can literally prevent a young Kang from manipulating him in the time stream by sheer will alone. Base level Doom. Base level Doom can take on 4 Mad Celestials on his own. Base level. Again, that is not going to be, he is not going to be that powerful in Marvel. If they make him that powerful in the MCU, there's no chance. He will just wipe everybody out. Okay? So I'm literally conceding. I know it's not comic books. Guys, that's the conversation we're fucking having right now. God damn it! Are you not listening? Is this thing not on? Hello? I am conceding that he is not going to be that powerful in the MCU. So we're dialing him back. I'm dialing him back and trying to explain where I think his power level is going to be. Hello? What about merged Sentry? I think merged Sentry would be very difficult for Doom. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I think what we are looking at here is about 2-3 stone Thanos, right? Because also, chat, you also have to realize This version of Doctor Doom is not. I don't think he's going to be base Victor, because number one, he might have like Stark Tech. He might have Ultron. He might have his own set of baddies from throughout the multiverse. He might even have more time manipulation than a regular Doctor Doom. If this is a Doctor Doom that is trying to save the multiverse and wants to become God of Battleworld, which he will, then he is not just Doom. He's dialed up. You know what I mean? Like, he's dialed up. Now, let's talk about God Emperor Doom. I feel like putting another cup of coffee on. I feel like we just spent all week trying to set the stage for Doom. And now you guys can't fucking believe it? We did not just do like 10 hours of Doctor Doom studying and the class doesn't understand? Holy shit. Okay. For the record, too. And again, I'm not trying to shit on these guys. They still could be correct. But I did get somebody just now telling me that the WDW scoop is pretty far off. So, yeah, I don't believe it. But hey, if it ends up being true, we will know for sure that it was those guys. They had it, right? But yeah, I don't think so. Should I put on another cup of coffee and let's get to fucking talking, or what? Yeah, you got 2 more minutes on your gambling. You got 2 minutes. I'll get the coffee. Oh, baby, you don't gotta do that. I appreciate it, though. Here, I'm gonna go do it right now. Just give me just a minute. I'm gonna do my Nespresso that the Nerd Vengers got me. You guys are so freaking cool, man. Appreciate you guys. Here, I'm gonna... Okay. Obviously, I haven't done a good enough job teaching. But don't worry. We're going to figure it out. Okay, chat. So, what power could Dr. Doom gather to become the God Emperor. How would this work? Rossi, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. I know I give you some crap, but I do appreciate it, man. All right, let me turn the gambling off. The power of love. Ooh. Interesting. The power of love. We want smart, methodical, grounded Doom. The power of many. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Also, look at... I don't want to spill this, but, like, look at this delicious foamy... Can you see it? The Nespresso? Ooh, girl! That's nice. That's nice. Okay. The power of She-Hulk. God damn it. Eternity or Celestials? Yeah, I agree. Okay. So, couple of different ways they could do this. Okay. We could go the Beyonder route. Josh, do you realize that 85% of the population doesn't even know who Dr. Doom is? Yes, and Celine, let me just say, too, we live in an imperfect world. And it's a damn shame that 85% of the planet is uneducated, uninformed plebs. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. You know, you've got Olympic conversations. You've got disgraced content creators. You know, you've got political issues. You've got all these things going on. And I promise you, the actual thing that is keeping us from uniting, the actual thing that is throwing off this timeline is the fact that 85% of people do not know who Dr. Doom is. And so I am aware. Okay. But that also is why they brought RDJ back, because those 85% of people, they do know who RDJ is. Okay. But yeah, that's a good point. Okay. So, a couple of different options here. First is the power of the Beyonder or the Beyonders, okay? So, if it is indeed the case that the Beyonder or the Beyonders represent this crazy outer-versal power, and maybe that's what Kang or Immortus or some of them were tapped into, absolutely possible that Doom is consolidating that power. That could be one way to do it. I've also thought, well, I wonder if it'll have anything to do with the sort of God query theory that I've had for a long time. Okay? Where basically, like, you see how God, or rather God of Stories Loki, is sitting on that throne holding all of time. Right? Well, that feels pretty outer-versal to me. And I've pointed this out before, but that throne that he sits on, it is the gold, which appears to be coming out from all of the, you know, the black marble with the gold Kensigi kind of design that you have in the Citadel at the end of time. All of that stuff kind of like flows and creates that gold thing there. It's also very similar to that scene in the World Forge with Orisham and that level of technology, right? Something truly outer-versal. Now, it is possible that the Celestials are the creators of the universe, but we already have this idea kind of caked in that there are powers beyond them, because according to all the lore, and this goes back to that big multiverse video that we watched, remember? But a lot of the concepts there were like, you have massive outer-versal forces. And perhaps things like the Infinity Stones and the actual singularities themselves predate the Celestials creating the universe. And I think another thing that would potentially predate the universe, and this, the reason I think we could be cooking with some like Enigma Force kind of stuff, right? Is like, okay, so do you remember on Monday, Rob brought up Life Bringer Galactus? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Okay. What is the commonality between Life Bringer Galactus and Enigma Force Eddie Brock that turns the Silver Surfer's surfboard into an axe? What's the commonality there? Fanjecture says Ligma nuts. God damn it. Okay. They're both using the Enigma Force, and it's actually orange. Yeah, it's orange. Okay? Lifebringer Galactus is like yellow and orange. Okay? When Eddie Brock taps into the Enigma Force, he's orange. Now, back in the day, the Enigma Force didn't make you look orange. It actually made you look blue and white. But in more recently, in comics, they have made it so the Enigma Force looks orange and like light. And the opposite of that force, which comes from the dark, which is where Null, the symbiote god, comes from. It is where the first firmament comes from. What's the first firmament? Blue and black. Blue and black. Blue and black versus orange and yellow. Where have we seen those two colors before in a Marvel movie? Captain Marvel, it's all connected. God damn it. Chat, hello. We did see it in Shang-Chi, didn't we? Interesting. Where else? Deadpool. Yeah, you thought Deadpool and Wolverine didn't have shit to do with shit, didn't set up nothing? Well, what do you see at the end of Deadpool? Matter and antimatter. Enigma Force and the dark. Yeah. Yeah, man. I tried to tell y'all. So what are we seeing there? Well, I think what we're seeing is outer versal power that permeates everything in the Marvel multiverse. What color are the portals that the TVA open? What color is the energy that is used in Cable's time machine? Yeah. Interesting, huh? What color is Eliath? Hello? Yeah, purple. Yeah, purplish blue, black. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe Doctor Doom, because there's there's a moment, and it comes from the Children's Crusade run. Okay? Oh my God. Let me explain this to you. It's so juicy. Let me see if I can find it. Dr. Doom with the Enigma Force, I believe. See if I can find this. All right. Dr. Doom is dead. Victor Von Doom has been reborn, restored, and transformed by the reality-altering power of the life force itself. Technically not called Enigma Force here, but same thing. Life force. Now, where does this come from? This comes from a comic book where Wanda, after House of M, she's looking for redemption. And what she's really trying to do is tap into the life force and undo everything she did during House of M. So she wants to actually control the life force. That's why she goes to Victor, because she thinks through Victor, they can actually master the life force and undo everything that she had done. Now, Victor ends up being the one that taps into it, not her. And it's crazy because in this moment, he becomes God powerful at this point. But he doesn't actually take over the world or do anything crazy at this point. They talk him down. But he taps into the life force and becomes super powerful, right? So I could see a scenario in which Doom is tapping into that outer versal power. Now, is there maybe a way that the outer versal power of the life force or of the Enigma Force or whatever you want to call it, the light side of the Force, maybe, if you want to go Star Wars, is there a scenario in which that power is manifest in physical form within the multiverse? Could the Phoenix Force play into this? Yes. Is there something in the Marvel multiverse that might just make manifest this concept of the life force? I feel like the class is on their phones. You guys aren't paying attention. What the hell? What if it's the anchor beings? What if the anchor beings are a manifestation of the life force? And what if what we see being done by Doom is him going around the multiverse, finding anchor beings, siphoning off their life force power to become God Emperor Doom? And what if the most important and crucial anchor being for Doom to get his hands on is hello? Madison, 100%. I think it's Peter. Yeah, I would say it's either 616 Stephen Strange or 616 Tom Holland Peter Parker. So maybe in Doomsday, RDJ Doom is trying to get at Tom Holland Spider-Man. Wow, wouldn't that be interesting? His mentor is trying to kill him. His mentor needs to kill him in order to siphon off a very powerful piece of the life force in order to become God Emperor Doom. Oh man, wouldn't that be heartbreaking? Oh man, wouldn't that be sad? Oh shit, fam. Oh shit. But how does he steal their life force? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe some tech, maybe some magic, maybe a little bit of both. How can Peter come back? Well, maybe the reason it's Toby and Andrew in Secret Wars is because Tom Holland is gone. But if they accomplish the mission, they could bring him back. It's kind of fun, huh? We're cooking. So no Venom symbiote in Secret Wars? Well, maybe he comes back halfway through the movie or something. I don't know. Yeah. But that's just one theory. You know another theory that I had? What if there are singularities for the entire multiverse? And maybe they would manifest themselves as beings. Maybe we have infinity beings. So like America Chavez. Maybe she's the actual manifestation of the Space Stone, but as a being. Maybe Galactus in Fantastic Four is the Power Stone, made manifest as a being in the cosmos. And what if that's the MacGuffin? And we see Doom siphoning off the power or capturing all of these infinity beings. That could be cool. I think we're done with Infinity Stones. Probably. Yeah, probably. But it is, it's worth mentioning we're talking about bringing back a bunch of shit from the Infinity Saga. So the stones, I think I could see them coming back in some way. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's some cool stuff they could do. Yes. Yes, Queen. Yes. Doom will have to knock off anchor beings. I think so. I think that could replace the Molecule Man. Yep. You know who else could potentially be a being like that? Deadpool. Right? Maybe that's why Thor is crying. Franklin? Yeah. I don't know. There's some really cool ways. Okay. Now, a couple other things we want to talk about, and then we got to get out of here. Okay. We're going to do some giveaways, and then we'll get out of here. My next question would be, how will anyone be able to stop him? And what I really mean here is, how will anybody be able to stop him as God Emperor? Because he's going to become God Emperor. If he's going to be able to fuse all of the multiverse together, destroy, be in control of everything, then he is God Emperor Doom. Who could possibly stop him? Another Doom. Cosmic Justice. Oh, sure. Yeah. Uatu. Your mom. Ants. No. She-Hulk. No. Tom Holland. Maybe. Franklin. Maybe. Tony. Oh, how about that? How about that? Yeah, so the person that'll stop him, I think, Robert Downey Jr. Stark. Mm-hmm. And how will he stop him? By becoming the actual conduit for the power of the life force. Very similar to what happens in Hickman's Secret Wars. In Hickman's Secret Wars, Doom cannot be stopped. But the power that Doom possesses is not all held within his body. It is held within the Molecule Man. And then the Molecule Man, in the middle of them fighting, Reed is like, Doom, just admit it. You know, I would have done a better job. Yes, you saved the multiverse, but you should have come to me. It would have been better. And Doom admits, yes. And then the Molecule Man goes and takes all that power and transfers it into Reed instead. And so I think Victor will present himself as the person that is deserving and the conduit of the power of the life force. But maybe it's corrupted. Maybe he's corrupted. Maybe, like Doom always does, it's still just a little selfish what he's doing. Is he technically helping? Did he technically save the multiverse? Yes. But did he do it in a way that would allow him to rule as God? Yes. But the other version of Doom, the one that grew up as Tony Stark, the one that grew up to make the ultimate sacrifice, to become heroic, they bring that guy back, and then he proves himself worthy of the power of the life force, and it transfers over to him. I mean, if he saves the universe, maybe he earned it. Yeah, and that's a thought that a lot of Marvel fans had during Hickman's Secret Wars. And as a big fan of the character, I was like, hell yeah. But the way it's explained character-wise, you start to see the cracks. You start to see Doom's selfishness, his flawed nature on display, even in his own world. Okay, but anyway. Maybe the anchor beings come back in some way. They can stop them. There's some weird ways they could do it. I'm not really sure, okay? Just a theory. Now, my last question here. Does he survive Secret Wars? And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go full fanboy dreaming. I'm going to have to get my Reed Richards on, and I'm going to stretch this as far as I can. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. And not only will he survive, he will survive and be one of the only characters that has full memory and knowledge of what happened during Battleworld. His variant, Tony, our Tony, will gracefully allow Victor, the evil one, another chance. You didn't get my life, and I can't give you my life, but I can give you another chance at your life. And that's kind of what happens with Doom after Secret Wars. After Hickman's Secret Wars, Doom remembers. Reed fixes his face. Doom remembers. Doom begins to be a little bit more heroic. It's kind of crazy. So what that allows you to do is soft reboot the MCU. You recast Tony Stark, but you keep RDJ in the background as Victor Von Doom. Oh my God, just do it. Oh my God, just do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it feels so good. But didn't you say RDJ Iron Man? I'm so confused. I don't know if you're really confused or if you're just trolling me. Chat. Okay, let me get some stuff queued up here, okay? I want to do some giveaways here. You know what I mean? I want to do some giveaways. All right. Oh shit, wrong thing. Okay. I think this is the one. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. I think she sent me this on Discord. Download this. Open this. Okay, add. Hang on now, chat. Hang on now. Okay. So let's go. Insert. Or import, rather. Upload. This. Append. Boom. Okay. So. That'll be 2258. Okay. 2258. Let me get this pulled up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. 2258. Okay, let's do some giveaways. This is including all the members from last time, all the gifted members. I'm excited. Okay. So, what should we do first? Let's do the Red Hulk. Red Hulk's so good. Oh my God, Red Hulk's so good. Who's gonna get the Red Hulk? Boom! 1813. Who is number 1813? Let's check it out. 1813. Mantis Man! And you have a Hulk on your profile? Mantis Man! Are you here? It was 4 away from you? Oh, man. Destiny. Fully rigged. Yeah, 100%. 100% fully rigged. Most rigged thing I've seen in my life. Mantis Man! My bot account? Oh, okay. All right, let's start up another one here. This one's going to be for the Fantastic Four version of Spider-Man and Wolverine. A nice little 2-pack. Hey, that's a nice little 2-pack there. That's a nice little 2-pack there. $4.97. Let's see. $4.97. Goddamn. That's up there. $4.97. All right. All right, we'll get there. $4.97. Where are you at, baby? $4.97. Baby Bird. Hey, Baby Bird. She's in here all the time. Baby Bird, where are you at? Hey, where are you at? Hey. Yes, Rossi, we did. This is the same list. It's just additional stuff too. If you're a member, if you became a member last month and you're automatically entered. Hey, Baby Bird. Somebody's got to let her know, man. Baby Bird, big supporter of the channel. Okay, let's get into some Doctor Doom stuff. Okay. We're going to now do the giveaway for the Marvel Zombie Doctor Doom Funko Pop. That's a nice Funko Pop right there. And let us see who gets it. Boom. 534. Okay, let's see here. 534. Okay, so this is somebody from Twitch. John92803. Really close to Wakey Bakey Sama. Hey, Wakey Bakey Sama, how mad are you? It was one away from you, bro. No, this is for members. This is if you're a member. You could be a member here. You could be a member on Twitch, which, by the way, you can become a member on Twitch for free if you have Amazon Prime. Okay. All right. So that one is going to Jound 92803. Another one. Okay. This one we are going to do for the Mech Strike Monster Hunter Doctor Doom Funko Pop. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. Boom. 2007-3. Let's see. 2007-3. Let's see who. Oh my. That's going to be 2073. It's Jareth. It's Jareth Loveberry. My man. Hey, Jareth. My man. Oh, that's nice. Jareth, hit me up, brother. You got a nice Doctor Doom Funko Pop on the way. Whoo. Okay, you guys want to get nuts? How nuts do you guys want to get? How nuts do you guys want to get? How nuts? You want to get nuts? My copy of Doom 2024, first print, only been opened once. Doctor Doom, Jonathan Hickman, very hard to find. Let's give it away. You're an espresso. Hey, let's not get crazy. We're not doing the Nespresso machine. We're not going to do that. All right, let's see. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Jareth wants to trade. Sorry, bud. Boom. 1934. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Saul Sarmiento. Saul. Are you in here, Saul? Saul, are you in here? Huh? Yeah, it did almost go to my wife or Jareth again, dude. Wow, Zach was really close too. Ooh. Saul, dude, you better show up, man. You better show up. Is that one of your cousins? Nah. Where's the God Emperor Doom? Funko Pop. Oh, I put it on my shelf. Oh, yeah, because I wasn't going to give it away. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, Aaliyah was real close. Yep. John Cross, I don't know what number you are, bro. Did you gift members? Because you're probably multiple numbers if you gave members. Give it away. God Emperor, Dr. Doom, Funko Pop. Yeah, let's do that too. Yeah, that seems fun. Let's do that. All right, cool. We'll do that too. In fact, let's do this one first. This is a Fantastic Four hardback edition. This is the Alex Ross one from a couple of years ago. It's beautiful. Beautiful. This is actually a super cool book. So let's do that first. Let's see who gets that. Then we'll do the God Emperor Funko Pop. Yes. Boom. 73. That's crazy. 73. Tim O'Brien. I'm there twice. Oh, you're here a lot, Aaliyah. Because we had every gifted member you gave is a part of it. Yeah. Yeah, full circle. Yeah, it's cool. Hey, Tim! Tim O'Brien! Hit me up, bro. Dude, I'm telling you too, this is unopened. I never opened this. I've read it, but dude, being able to look at that Alex Ross art in this nice hardcover full-size edition, oh man. Dude. Enjoy that shit, man. Enjoy that shit, bro. Okay, here we go. We're going to do it. We're going to get crazy. Just because you guys have been so fucking supportive. The vibes are strong. I'm going to give this away. This is a limited edition, con exclusive from 2020. God Emperor, Dr. Doom, Funko Pop. And if I win this, it's fate. If Elisa wins this, I win it. And it's fate. And if not, it's still fate. Okay, here we go. Ready? Oh, Rossi's gifting 5. Too late, Rossi. Hey, too late, Rossi. I'm not going to fill shit in. I'm not adding shit to this thing. Boom. Appreciate you, though. 1379. 1379. Let me just real quick fill in my name on that real quick here. Was it 1379? 1379. Ooh, so exciting. 13. Oh, shit. 1379. 1379. Mantis Man? Okay, we gotta go again. We can't have Mantis Man doing getting both. Sorry, Mantis Man. I'm sorry, Mantis Man. You can't win both. You can't win twice. Not in this one. Sorry, Mantis Man. We're going again. We're going again. Boom. 1462. 1462 is the Senate. That's a Star Wars fan. I've seen him in here. Yo, the Senate, where you at? Oh, dude, the Marvel fans are so pissed at you right now, bro. Oh, the Marvel fans are so mad. How did a Star Wars fan win God Emperor Doom Funko Pop? Oh my God. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little mad. But fair is fair. Oh man. Somebody find him. Somebody let him know. I've seen the Senate in here. I've seen him in here. Oh man. Marvel fans, how do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? You know, he needs as much joy as possible. That's actually true. That's fair. You know what, Justin? That's a good way to look at it. That is a good way to look at it. Yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We got one more drawing today. And it will be for the $200 GameStop gift card. Now, we're actually going to do 2 of these this month. But we're going to wait. We'll do the other one towards like the 15th. Okay? So this is for a $200 GameStop gift card. Okay? Here we go. Boom! 413. 413. 413 is Perez. And that is a Twitch, I believe. Twitch, right? Yeah. And, yo, Prez, that's not even a Prime sub. That is a fully paid for tier 1 Twitch sub. Yeah, and I know Prez is here on YouTube as well, but I'm just saying, like, dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, he's a sub here too. No, I know. He's supporting. And like I said, guys, we will do another one towards the 15th, towards mid-month, for another $200 GameStop gift card. And we're going to figure out some other cool stuff to do with you guys too. Look, at the end of the day, man, you guys have been incredibly supportive. The last month was huge for us. You know, that's why we're going to be streaming on Thursdays now. And I was feeling real good. And so just wanted to do another like round of giveaways to give you guys some cool stuff and just to have fun. So thank you. And you know, we just like to reward the members, man. Like, members really help us. YouTube is weird. And so we rely on memberships, you know. So thank you for that. And, you know, we'll continue to try to give away cool stuff for the members to try to give back. And so thank you very, 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 very much. Hell yeah. We did not have a member stream this week. We are going to next week. And next week, we will continue to deep dive on Dr. Doom. I figured this week, we've been just doing Doom all week. Next week, we'll probably have other stuff to talk about. But on Wednesday night, for the Nerd Vengers, we're going to go deep on Dr. Doom. You know? So, hell yeah. You going to catch up on chats? Yeah, let's catch up on some chats. And then let's get on out of here, okay? Let's see here. First time Reed meets RDJ Doom. He introduces himself as Reed, and he answers, "No, you're not." A post-credit scene of RDJ Doom from a different universe. Yeah, that could be fun. that could be fun. Shelf present. Appreciate you. Finto says, nerdy question for you, Master Nerd. How does Deadpool get to 616 at the start of the movie using Cable's time travel tech? Can he tech multiverse hop? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's either because of maybe Deadpool's unique abilities or just the tech itself. But yeah, it's clearly connected to Cable's time machine. Jared says, hell yes, coffee me. Oh, yeah, sorry. I only brought enough for myself. Rossi, thanks for the gifted membership. Delta Dan, thanks for the gifted, man. Kalen says, you have to throw RDJ in multiple post-credit scenes to set up Doom to be the big bad for Doomsday. Or you have him referenced in several movies. Fantastic Four, maybe Spider-Man, and you begin to set up maybe post-credit scenes where you're seeing the multiversal Masters of Evil or like the Dark Avengers or whatever, and they're all referring to him. I also thought it could be cool if they call him Rabam Allah, but I mean, we're going to know it's Doom, so it doesn't kind of hold the same weight as it did in Secret Wars. But basically what happened in Hickman's Secret Wars, when they were leading up to that, they had this figure known as Rabam Allah. All of the Black Swans work for him. And the Black Swans are introduced way before you know it's Doom. And so there's this force out there where maybe like the leader of the Black Priests from Doc Strange 3 will end up being Dr. Doom. Like, holy shit. But yeah, there's ways they could do it for sure. There are ways. Vaultech Spy says, Delta Dan, thanks for the gifted sub. Nerd Vengeance for life. I love what's happening with the MCU at the moment, but I'm starting to get super hyped for a reboot. Same, and same, but it's positive. You know what I mean? Like, I'm positive on it, where I'm like, no, I want to see what they're cooking, but also that reboot sounding nice, dude. You know? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay. Baba says, new season of Fortnite is going to be Doctor Doom themed next week. Yup. And I'm excited. Jake says, going through hard times with girlfriend. Any advice? Nerd Vengers for life? Ah, man. The people we let closest to us also have the ability to hurt us the most. That is the bittersweet reality of love. And there's a part of you that has to be vulnerable in order to love properly. So the heartbreak you're feeling is unfortunately part of the thing. Whether or not it means a happy ending for you and the girl, I can't say. But it can be a happy ending for you, period, if you learn and grow. That's the best advice I can give. John Cross says, I just thought about this. Feige didn't say Secret Wars was the end of Phase 6, let alone the end of the multiverse saga. Is there more after, you think? I mean, you could absolutely see a Secret Wars Part 2. I could see that. But I think Marvel's trying to get to that reboot. So part of me thinks, nah, man, they're going to cook with Doomsday and Secret Wars and then reboot. But I could see either or, man. I would not be mad at a Secret Wars Part 2. C Black says, Robert Meyer Burnett from John Campia's show said he heard about this November 2023. Also said this is not a Stark variant. Ooh, okay. Again, I think that theory, man. I think that theory I've got is, I think we got it, man. John Cross says, Thor is crying because Deadpool said Logan is more jacked. Oh, shit. Yeah, that makes sense, huh? John says, did Monica Rambeau get stuck in Deadpool's world? I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. Chris Dual Music, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers, baby. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Chris Listenfeld says, could we see Julian McMahon Doom again? Council of Dooms? That would be sick. I like that dude as Doom. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Maybe. But I like that dude, man. I like that dude as Doom. I don't like saying, says Doom can't destroy the multiverse and create Battleworld without killing Loki. I mean, I see what you're saying there. I think there's a way that he does it, and then Loki has to get his ass up off that throne and like get busy. But we'll see. I mean, I still think Loki could be Avengers Prime or Avenger Prime, which would be sick. Bynamic says, I still think Adam Driver would be a great casting for Doom, or maybe after Secret Wars. Yeah, I agree. Maybe they will cook something like that up. We'll see. We'll see. I like Adam Driver, though. William says, have you still been reading any of the Ultimate stuff? If so, what do you think of it so far? Yeah, I mean, I'm a little behind, but I have been enjoying it. Yeah. X-Men's a little weird, a little out there. Spider-Man's been great. I like what they're cooking up with him and Green Goblin, you know, not to get into spoilers. So, yeah, I like it. And the Ultimates itself, great. Very, very cool. Rossi, again, thanks for the 5 gifted, brother. Thank you, Rossi. Chris says, rejoined today, formerly Dooley76. Been rolling with you for 41 months. Ready to roll 41 more to Secret Wars and beyond. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. We're having a blast over here, so hell yeah. Deadpool Wolverine pitch meeting? Really? Let's see. And then I Don't Like Sand says, Singularity / love Thor's adopted daughter is the most powerful currently on the good guy side. She is the daughter of Eternity, a.k.a. Singularity. That's true. And maybe that'll come into play. Maybe Doom needs to get her. Yeah, that'll be kind of fun. That'd be kind of chill.
So, you have a Deadpool movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like you're a little scared.
Well, you know, this is our first time diving into this crazy R-rated stuff like this.
Right.
So just, you know, be gentle.
You got it, sir. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, so you know how at the end of Logan he died that heroic death?
Yeah, beautiful ending, very emotional.
Well, at the start of this movie, Deadpool's gonna dig up his decomposed corpse and kill a bunch of guys with his bone.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you're okay. You're okay.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, in 2018, Deadpool uses the time travel device
go.
from Deadpool 2 to go to Earth 616 and meet with Happy Hogan and try to join the Avengers.
He's from several movies. Oh, boy, that's a very fun cameo.
Okay, if that's your reaction to that cameo, that's the tip of the cameo berg.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, one of the main audience reactions I'm going for with this movie is, hey!
That's the most satisfying way to say hey.
I agree. So anyway, 6 years later, Deadpool is brought into the TVA by this guy Paradox, who tells him his timeline is dying because the anchor being Logan has died.
Anchor being?
Yeah, each timeline has one and can't keep going without it. What about the millions of years before anchor beings are born? And if them dying kills a timeline, does that mean...
I'm going to say this to the calls for Rossi to be the moderator. I'm actually going to do exactly what Happy Hogan does to Deadpool, where it's like, no, you're aiming a bit too high. You know what I mean? Find your place. Rossi, find your place.
I mean, they're all supposed to be immortal? I have so many questions. Hey, shut up about all of them. It's just a reason for Deadpool to go find a Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
So before Paradox Mercy kills his timeline, Deadpool grabs a TemPad and goes to search for a replacement.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so there's going to be a very fun multiverse montage. There's going to be a short Wolverine. There's going to be one played by Henry Cavill.
He's from Argyle. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Good cameo.
Listen, sir, are you going to react like this to every single cameo?
Yes.
Well, cameos are kind of one of the main things we do in this movie, so maybe I should just list them all for you, get it out of the way.
Oh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Chris Evans is Johnny Storm.
He's from the Fantastic...
I know. Then there's Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra, Daphne Keane as X-23. We've got Channing Tatum as Gambit, Aaron Stamford as Pyro, Tyler Mane as Sabretooth. We've got Toad, we've got Juggernaut, we've got Nathan Fillion, Blake Lively, Matthew McConaughey. Sir?
Sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Is he in a coma?
I don't know. Wait, do you think I'm a doctor?
Well, dang it, I told my wife this white jacket she got me would make me look like a doctor. I'm just another producer guy.
Oh. Well, can I keep pitching my movie to you? Sure, let's go. So anyway, I was telling the other producer guy the movie's going to be a great vehicle for cameos. And what were the cameos exactly? I'm not going through that again. So anyway, Deadpool finds the worst Wolverine, and then the TVA sends them to this void filled with superhero cameos. Okay. And this Wolverine doesn't like Deadpool, so they're going to fight a bunch. Don't they both regenerate? They do, yeah. So it's going to be just a ton of stabbing with no stakes. Sick. And Deadpool's going to crack a bunch of jokes about how Disney and Marvel isn't good anymore. Stuff's going so bad. It's kind of hurtful. And how multiverses just aren't very compelling. Just to be clear, this is a multiverse movie, right? Yeah, but if you point out the thing you're doing, that makes it okay for some reason. I'm breaking the fourth wall, and I'm okay with it. So anyway, now Deadpool and Wolverine need to get out of this cameo void to go save the timeline. Okay. So some bad cameos bring them and Johnny Storm to the leader of the void, Cassandra Nova. And what's her deal? Well, she's Charles Xavier's twin. So powerful mind, baldiful head. Oh boy. Yeah, but she's evil. Why? Because she's antagonistic. Got it. And she's gonna absolutely decimate Johnny Storm, rip his skin off, turn him to blood and bones. Oh my god. Yeah, I figure we continue the trend from Doctor Strange where a Fantastic Four character dies a horrible death. Kind of a weird trend to develop, but okay. So then Cassandra leaves Deadpool and Wolverine to be killed by Eliath, the big smoke monster from Loki. She doesn't just kill them too? No, because the movie's not done and they need to escape, so they escape. Oh, good for them. And then they're gonna meet up with Blade and Elektra and X-23 and Channing Tatum as Gambit. Channing Tatum never played Gambit. No, sir, but he almost did, and let me tell you, people that paid attention to casting news in 2014 for films that were ultimately canceled are gonna love that cameo. Pretty specific target you're aiming for there, and I intend to hit it. I imagine you will. So Wolverine's gonna have a nice scene with X-23, and she's gonna make him feel better about all the X-Men dying in his timeline. That's sweet. Yeah, and that convinces him to be heroic, so they go confront Cassandra again. Very exciting. And they get her to open this big old Doctor Strange portal hole to go back to their timeline. Strange holes are tight, but now Cassandra decides she wants to destroy all timelines and just keep the void. Why? Because it's the time in the movie when we raise the stakes. Oh, okay. So she sends like 100 Deadpool cameos to fight them. They're all Deadpool, so they all regenerate. Well, there's one nice Deadpool that doesn't have that power, so he dies. But other than that, this is a giant fight scene where none of the fighters can get hurt. Yeah, there's no way they're not all gonna be okay. But it's gonna look very cool and be an entertaining way for an audience to spend 3
I know, Rossi. It's just our banter back and forth. You know what I mean?
to 4 minutes of their time, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what? I guess you're right. So Cassandra wants to destroy all the timelines. Yeah, but they find out that if they cut power to this time ripper machine, they can save the day, but it'll kill whoever does that. Wow, so it's gonna be impossible for both of them to survive till the end of the movie. Actually, it's gonna be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yes, he turns out it would kill one person, but they both use their bodies as conductors, and so they're okay. Oh. Yeah, the power of two. Oh, that's got a nice ring to it. I'm gonna mention that to the Star Wars team, see if that inspires them. That sounds like it's gonna be good. So anyway, then there's a happy ending, and the whole movie is just kind of a love letter to the superhero movies that came before. A love letter to what's come before. I like that. Yeah, you know, a nice way to say goodbye to the past and let it go. No, I don't like that part. I'm not going to do that part. What?
Hell yeah. Woo! Let's go! Oh, shit. It's been a fantastic week.
Hi, this is Ryan George from the thing you just watched.
Oh, it's been such a good week. Oh, man. It's just so nice. You know, to be excited about Marvel again. Excited about the possibilities. Ah, yeah. I can't believe the Senate won that Funko Pop. That's crazy. Star Wars? We're talking about Star Wars? Did I watch Cape Crusader yet? No, I didn't yet. I want to, though. I want to. You know what I really want to do? I want to go get some Burger King. I haven't had Burger King yet. I was going to get it yesterday, but I didn't get it. So I want to run out and get some Burger King, baby. Oh, hell yeah. No, I definitely want to watch that. We watched The Fall Guy last night. And it was good, dude. It was real good. Burger King, what? Burger King's good. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Video dropping later today, probably in a couple hours. It's that Fantastic Four one. Apologies on the delay. My second $10 super. God damn it. My second $10 super. Okay, let's go back and find Rossi. Oh, wait. In the adopted scenario, was Tony a villain the whole time in the MCU, or does Tony turn evil after he dies in Endgame? I'd rather Tony Doom come in for Fantastic Four. How do you impersonate my voice so well? Okay, so let me explain. When I say that Robert, God damn it, chat. When I say that Tony Stark was adopted in the comics, what I literally mean is it is revealed via a retcon that the Tony, the Iron Man, Tony Stark in the comics, the guy with the armor, hello, he was actually adopted. He is not the biological son of Howard Stark. So there is what they call precedent from comics that Tony Stark was actually adopted. Okay, anyway, before we get any more goddamn questions about this, hey, look, I appreciate you guys. Much love, man. Aw, shit, it's been real. Aw, shit, it's been real. Much love. Remember, as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Do you want me to explain the thing about Robert Tony Stark? Is everybody gone. Did everybody leave? Leave. You know, I feel like we might need just one more week of straight Dr. Doom streams, you know what I'm saying? Wait, just one more week. Dr. Doom this, Dr. Doom that. Doctor, give me the news. Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Eventually there will be other news that I want to talk about. But for now, I'm a little stuck. You know? Hope you don't mind. It's been fun. I think we all had fun. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm going to try to. Maybe I'll get a little Warhammer in, you know what I mean? And I'll see you guys on Monday, man. Woo! Back at it again. Remember, open up your third eye. And wash out your stinky butt. Hope.